Foster's Pharmacy offers daily dose packaging, which are convenient and simple. It's truly personalized care you're looking for. It just starts with a call to get started. Take the hassle out of your medications. Call 740-392-0911. Foster's Health Mart Pharmacy.
Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
New products elicit the passions and commitments like sports, and that is especially true in this area. If you're enjoying this broadcast and own a business, your business can enjoy the benefits of being associated with and supporting these broadcasts while reaching a captive, passionate, and loyal audience. For information and to find out how your business can be a sponsor of these exciting broadcasts, call one of our marketing consultants today, 740-397-1000. That's 397-1000.
This is ONN.
And that'll put a wrap on Week 11 of tonight in high school football. As always, wherever your team's in action, hopefully they're going to come out on top. For Brian Mays, I'm Skip Mossick. Enjoy your game broadcast. This is the Ohio News Network.
This has been the Ohio Education Association Tonight in High School Football. Presented by Beck's Hybrids from the Ohio News Network.
Veterans serving veterans.
That's what we do here at Knox County Veteran Services. Hi, I'm Kevin Henthorne, your Executive Director.
And I'm Financial Coordinator Melissa Schenk.
And we're here to meet the needs of Knox County veterans and their families.
We can help with emergency financial assistance,
filing of disability and pension claims, VA healthcare enrollment, and even transportation to VA healthcare facilities.
Please give us a call at 740-393-6742 or stop in and see us at our new location at 105 East Chestnut Street in Mount Vernon.
It's the Knox County Veteran Service Office's Friday Night Lights, live on 100.9 FM, 93.7 HD2, and on WMVO's Facebook page and YouTube channel. Knox County Veteran Service Office's Friday Night Lights is brought to you in part by Green Automotive Repair, Starting Point Pregnancy and Family Resource Center, UIS Insurance and Investments, Pizza Cottage, Griffin Insurance, Howard Hilton, Utica Feed and Hardware, Mount Vernon Nazarene University, Alumni Roofing, Buckeye Stoves, Prescription Turf Care, Danbury Senior Living, Knox Public Health Mobility Management, Marengo Hardware, Avita Health Systems, Citywide Solutions, Ariel Corporation, Conway's Danville Pharmacy, Velvet Ice Cream, Spearman Financial Services, and Knox County Veteran Services. The Starting Point Pregnancy and Family Resource Center pre- and post-game will start and wrap up tonight's game, so let's kick it off and go to the booth with Curtis Newland and Will Hartley.
And welcome, everyone, to the Region 7 Ohio High School Athletic Association quarterfinal. Actually, it's not. It's round number 1. Ashland hosts the 10th seed Mount Vernon. Ashland is 7th seed. I'm Curtis Newland, along with Will Hartley, bringing you this matchup. The Arrows are 9-1 overall. Meanwhile, the Yellow Jackets holding 6-4 record. This Jacket team is not the same as they have been over the last number of years, are they, Will?
No, not at all. Coach Weber, he's got his team in the playoffs. Now they get a chance to play another game. They're alive for Week 11. It's a big game for them, really big stage against a really good, solid Ashland team.
You know, the Arrows started off hot, winning their first 9 in a row, and then came up against a tough Lexington team last week, losing 43-35, in which they came in second in the OCC. But they do have quite a few performers. What a season, and they're coming off of a sting. You know, nobody likes to lose that 10th game.
Yeah, lost a really tough game to a rival in Lexington. Nathan Barnard, he is the man. He's a big kid running the offense from quarterback. He's 6'6", 240. He's committed to Appalachian State. He was the OCC Offensive Player of the Year, so he's going to be a big challenge. Dakota Crudy, a great all-around athlete. He's a big track guy. Brings a lot of speed to the field. He can really hurt teams in the vertical passing game. So offensively, this is a really, really challenging group for the Mount Vernon defense to contain.
Mount Vernon, they have displayed a lot of talent across their team. Let's start with Mason Richards, the Super Q All-Stars Player of the Year, with over 1,500 yards all-purpose this season. Unfortunately, questionable for tonight. Liam Richards is expected to start as far as we know. Those two are not related, by the way, even though they share the last name. This is a big thing here for Mount Vernon.
Yeah, hopefully Mason can go. I mean, he is Mr. Everything for the Yellow Jackets offense. running the football, passing the ball. I think he's got over 33 touchdowns. Only counts for 33 touchdowns on the ground and through the air, 2,000 yards of total offense. So he's a huge part of the offense. If he's not able to go, and they have to go with the freshman, now he's been playing in the secondary, so it's going to be a big stage for him. Obviously not starting at quarterback this year, but he has been in the mix. He's been under the lights. Also, he's going to have his teammates are going to have to step up for him. Hubbard, Dawson, all those guys are going to have to, Deems in the passing game, those are guys that are going to have to rally around if the young freshman is going to be playing tonight.
And if there's ever been a coach that's going to be right for a freshman coming in playing quarterback, Coach Mark Weber, he's calm. He puts out a lot of confidence in his young guys, and that's very important.
Yeah, totally. And it's a lot of just next man up mentality. And that's really what you want to do when you're starting a young quarterback, when you're starting a quarterback for the first time, is try and surround him with guys that have been there, put him in situations where he doesn't feel like he has to make all of the plays. The guys around him are going to step up. They're going to take on a little bit more responsibility as far as the offensive workload is concerned, put themselves in good situations offensively where they're moving the chains and making sure that they don't have to have that young quarterback make those big plays.
First round, Region 7, Mount Vernon, and the Arrows of Ashland here in Ashland, Ohio, on a beautiful drive up here tonight. It's starting to fall. The darkness is now on the field, but this is a beautiful facility here where the Arrows play, and we're looking forward to this matchup tonight. Tonight's game brought to you by Knox County Veteran Services. It is Knox County Veteran Services Friday Night Lights. Brought to you by Mount Vernon Nazarene University, Danville Feed and Supply and Hardware and Lumber, Country Court Skilled Nursing Center, and Foster's Pharmacy. Coming up in just a little bit, Coach Weber talks with our very own Tyler Mathias about tonight's game on WMVO Sports.
Your family, the car that you bought when you were 18, the house you turned into a home. UIS Insurance and Investments protects what you love and provides security when you need it most. As an independent insurance agency, UIS Insurance and Investments is able to design a custom policy that's unique to you and assures that all things you love are safe and sound. For more information, go to uisprotect.com. UIS Insurance and Investments, trusted advisors for all your insurance needs.
Great news, Central Ohio. Foster's Pharmacy offers daily dose packaging, which are convenient and simple. It's truly personalized care you're looking for. It just starts with a call to get started. Take the hassle out of your medications. Call 740-392-0911. Foster's Health Mart Pharmacy.
Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
Veterans serving veterans.
That's what we do here at Knox County Veteran Services. Hi, I'm Kevin Henthorne, your Executive Director.
And I'm Financial Coordinator Melissa Schenk.
And we're here to meet the needs of Knox County veterans and their families.
We can help with emergency financial assistance,
filing of disability and pension claims, VA healthcare enrollment, and even transportation to VA healthcare facilities.
Please give us a call at 740-393-6742 or stop in and see us at our new location at 105 East Chestnut Street in Mount Vernon.
All right, Mark Weber is with us, and we appreciate him joining us here prior to the game between the Mount Vernon Yellow Jackets and the Ashland Arrows. And the Mount Vernon Yellow Jackets, a number 10 seed, taking on the 7-seeded Ashland Arrows in playoff action. And, you know, that's not something that they've really said around Mount Vernon for many years. I was 2 years old the last time the Mount Vernon Yellow Jackets legitimately kind of made the playoffs. I mean, not 2020, everybody made it, right? So, but when you think about this, you guys really earned this year. You've talked about it before with us throughout the season, earning everything, earning opportunities, and here you go. You've got an opportunity to take on Ashland. What does it mean just overall to make it to the postseason and play in Week 11, Coach?
Right, yeah, I think it means a lot. Anyone that's done this understands how hard it is. Even, you know, it was easier when it was 16 teams, but there's still, in our region, there's 25, 26 teams in our region. So to be the top half is, you know, top 12 is hard to do. When you get there, you embrace it and you move the program forward.
Yeah. So for you guys here tonight, and before we get into talking about Ashland, but you look at the regular season and some of the close games that we talked about, you kind of move the needle a little bit. The Johnstown game and the Watkins Memorial game, where you guys moved the needle, and those were games you had to win if you want to get in the playoffs. The Newark game, and you guys took care of business. How much has that maybe helped you in just saying, hey, we've got a shot tonight. If we can play like we know how to play and we use that speed, we've won some close games and been able to move that needle.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, like I said, the year before, we were not winning those close games. You know, we were losing them. And that's kind of the progression when you're building a program. You're going to lose by a lot and then lose by a little. Then you're going to start winning games by a little. And eventually you're trying to get to where those games are comfortable, you know, in years to come. And that's not always a guarantee. It's just kind of a diagram of the progression. But, you know, we spent a lot of gas, a lot of money on those wins too. These guys have played so hard, man. They've put their body out there. You know, we've had a few, you know, some broken bones this year. We've had a few smaller injuries that keep nagging. You know, so like the last 2 weeks of our season, wow, you're playing, you know, some high level teams, playoff teams, and it's really, it's depleted the gas tank. But what's cool is you get to get back up, and you know, I think we're starting 5 to 6 freshmen on Friday night. So freshmen or sophomores on Friday night. So how cool is that? And that's kind of been the story all year. Like we're doing this with not necessarily our whole roster going to be gone in 2026. So.
When you look at the Ashland Arrows, good team. They got a quarterback going to Appalachian State. They just played a game in which they lost their first game of the year against Lexington last week. What do you see with this Ashland team, and what do you guys have to do, Coach, to go into Ashland and win this football game?
You know, the quarterback is definitely – I have students in the hallway like, man, I was watching videos on this quarterback. He is legitimate. I'm like, yes, that is what high-level football looks like. That's what Division II level football looks like in the playoffs. So every week you're going to play – Kyle Kirby. Every week you're going to play a good quarterback or a good running back or, you know, 2 bookends or whatever it may be. The position might change a little bit, but man, that kid has some serious talent, and he can sling the ball. So what it takes from us, we better have our coverage on point. We better create some pressure where we can. And then when they do catch it, because it's not a matter of if, when they do catch it, we need to be able to tackle really, really well.
Well, Coach, best of luck to you and the Mount Vernon Yellow Jackets against the Ashland Arrows tonight, and look forward to being there. And as I mentioned, in 2018, the Mount Vernon Yellow Jackets were an underdog at Granville High School taking on Pickerington North, and there were a lot of high-profile names. The Mount Vernon Yellow Jackets left that game at Granville with a victory over Pickerington North, and so hoping for the same here tonight. But, Coach, great season all year long. Looking forward to tonight. We'll chat with you after the ball game, okay?
Thank you.
UIS Insurance and Investments protects what you love and provides security when you need it the most. They're a full-service, independent insurance agency with a hometown attitude dedicated to providing the best coverage and service possible. UIS Insurance and Investments supports area schools and communities with local offices in Northwest and Central Ohio and Southeast Michigan. For more information, go to uisprotect.com. That's uisprotect.com. UIS for all your insurance needs.
Expert DIYer? Rookie renovator? Get all the stuff you'll need from people who know how to use it at Danville Feed and Supply, Hardware, and Lumberyard. You'll find everything from commercial and custom feed to paint and plumbing. If you're not quite sure what you need, these friendly folks are happy to help. Grab your list of projects and come on down to the bigger, better Danville Feed and Supply, Hardware, and Lumberyard, all in one building on South Market Street in Danville.
Hinton Heavy Equipment Repair is an independent, family-owned auto repair shop serving Centerburg, Mount Vernon, and the surrounding areas. We are a Napa truck center with ASE certified technicians on staff who undergo continuous training to maintain their certification and stay up to date on the best repair practices. We will work on pickup trucks, heavy-duty trucks, small engines, and equipment. For more info, go to hintonheavyequipmentrepair.com and call 740-398-5041.
And welcome back. And welcome back here to the home of the Arrows on WMBO 100.9 FM, 93.7 HD2, and streaming at WMBO.com. I'm Curtis Newland along with Will Hartley. Quite the season here for the Mount Vernon Yellow Jackets. Got a loss on that first game, ended up coming back winning against Newark, and we saw them with Delaware Hayes where they had a lead, shocked everybody, ended up losing that game, slipped away. They went 5 straight. This is a team that the foundational pieces are in place.
Yeah, totally. And what you just heard Coach Weber in the interview with Tyler talk about how they're relatively young. They got a lot of young guys, especially freshmen. He talked about 5 freshmen have been playing meaningful football this year. So the future's bright for the Jackets.
Indeed it is. The Arrows, on the other hand, they've got a kid named Nathan Bernhard. He's going to be the one to watch out for. Last week he was 25 of 52 for 383 yards, 3 touchdowns, did throw 2 interceptions, and rushed for about 83 yards on 13 carries and 2 touchdowns. He's going to be the guy they're out to watch.
Yeah, he's an individual. And Ashland, Coach Valentine does a really good job spreading the field out. He's going to force the Jackets to defend in space really well. He's going to have a lot of receivers on the perimeter. He's got a lot of good targets to throw to, and he can also hurt you with his legs.
What are the keys to the game here for Mount Vernon really going into tonight with the situation they're under?
Well, I think Coach Weber hit the nail on the head. He talked about that they got to be sound in coverage because there's going to be a lot of receivers in these different concepts, these passing concepts that Ashland's going to throw at them, and then also they got to be able to get pressure. When they get pressure, also they got to make sure that they account for the quarterback taking off and hurting him with his feet as well. So a lot to watch for and a big challenge for the Yellow Jackets.
In this situation, do you play conservative with doing some blitzing and so, but mostly conservative, or you just let it all hang out there on a game like tonight if you're Mount Vernon coming in, no doubt an underdog here?
I think it's a little bit of balance. Obviously, down and distance is going to dictate if they're going to bring pressure or play coverage. But the biggest thing that can really screw up the timing of any passing offense and any quarterback is if you get pressure in his face. So I think they're probably going to rely on a lot of pressure.
And how important is it going to be for these guys to step up for Mount Vernon? You take Landon Dawson and you take Ben Fitzpatrick, and these guys are going to be handling the ball. Jake Hubbard, Grayson Deem, they all got to make plays.
Yeah, as I said, and that's exactly right. If they are going to be starting a young freshman at quarterback, all the other guys around him have got to step up their game.
It is tournament time, round 1. Ashland Arrows host the Mount Vernon Yellow Jackets. That game coming up next on WMVO 100.9 FM, 93.7 HD2, and streaming on WMVO Facebook. Let's listen to the national anthem.
Listening to Friday Night Lights on WMVO, your home for high school football all season long. WMVO.
Home has never meant more. It's not just a place, it's where life happens. Protect yours from the inside out with a home insurance policy from Frankenmuth Insurance. Are you ready to get frank about your insurance needs? Start a conversation with the experts at UIS Insurance and Investments and see if a homeowner's policy from Frankenmuth Insurance is right for you. Get started at UISprotect.com. That's UISprotect.com. Trusted advisors for all your insurance needs.
You're ready for cool weather, tree stands, and hunter's orange. Ready to get your first deer of the season. You'll know you're ready because you went to Danville Outdoors. Stock up on everything from deer feed to practice targets. When that 10-point buck finally steps into range, you'll be ready. Before you go outdoors, go see the folks at Danville Outdoors. Have you been to the new store yet? You're gonna love it. South Market Street in Danville. DanvilleOutdoor.com.
Expert DIYer? Rookie renovator? Get all the stuff you'll need from people who know how to use it at Danville Feed and Supply, Hardware, and Lumberyard. You'll find everything from commercial and custom feed to paint and plumbing. If you're not quite sure what you need, these friendly folks are happy to help. Grab your list of projects and come on down to the bigger, better Danville Feed and Supply, Hardware, and Lumberyard, all in one building on South Market Street in Danville.
Hinton Heavy Equipment Repair is an independent, family-owned auto repair shop serving Centerburg, Mount Vernon, and the surrounding areas. We are a Napa truck center with ASE certified technicians on staff who undergo continuous training to maintain their certification and stay up to date on the best repair practices. We will work on pickup trucks, heavy-duty trucks, small engines, and equipment. For more info, go to hintonheavyequipmentrepair.com and call 740-398-5041.
You're listening to Friday Night Lights on WMVO, your home for high school football all season long. WMVO.
And back here at the home of the Arrows on WMVO Sports, Curtis and Will with you as we are set for tonight's football game. A lot of area teams out and about tonight. Let's start off and talk about the Danville Blue Devils. Coming off a win last week with the Devil Dog game. They go to play a very long way away, Steubenville Christian.
Yeah, they're over at Steubenville Central Catholic. Danville is an 11 seed this year. Steubenville Central Catholic, they're a 6 seed. From what I've heard, though, very winnable game for Danville. We've seen Danville a little bit down this year, still playing good enough to get into this 12-team format playoff, and let's see if they can make a run in that Region 27.
Region 18, it is the Fredericktown Freddies there. Well, they took a long travel tonight to Fairview there near Cleveland. And kind of a similar situation. Fairview seeded 7th, and Fredericktown 10th. What's your thoughts on that one?
Well, the Freddies, let's see if they can bounce back from last week's disappointing outing against the Trojans of Centerburg at home. And as you say, they take a long trip. It's about an hour and a half up to Fairview. Very different teams. You got the run-orientated Freddies against the pass-happy Fairview team. This is Fairview. This is the first time they've ever hosted a game tonight. I think it's going to be a really good competitive game. Let's see if the Freddies can get the win.
Well, if you're the Fredericktown Freddies, you come off a tough win against a very, very good Centerburg team. So if you're going to lose a game, you lost a game, can't do anything about it. You should be mentally prepared to go into a first round after playing Centerburg.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right. And just from what Coach Spittler said this week, he felt that they had a really good week of practice, really bounced back, and they understood that was a tough challenge against a really, really good Centerburg team. So I think they're going to be ready to go tonight.
Winner of that game will go on to play Triway, who has a bye this week. They are number 2 seed, and of course here, the winner of this one's going to play the St. Francis de Sales next week. So the teams have been set, and we're ready for action already. Can you believe it? The weather is certainly right for football, but I can't believe how fast the season goes. We always say that when we get to this point in the season.
Yeah.
Don't forget Ohio State in action tomorrow here on WMVO. 10:30 will be the airtime for the pregame. It's going to be at Ohio Stadium tomorrow. Ohio State Buckeyes 7-0, 4-0 in the Big Ten versus Penn State. The Nittany Lions 3-4 and 0-4 in the Big Ten. Of course, they have went through some struggles coaching and all that sort of thing for the Nittany Lions, but I don't think the Ohio State Buckeyes. Well, I think they know better. You never look past these guys.
No, I don't think so. I mean, you got to. It's the Big Ten. All these kids are really quality players. Be another tough one. Hopefully the Buckeyes can embrace that home atmosphere. Big Saturday noon kickoff. And come out of there with the win.
And Urban Meyer is going to be honored pregame for Hall of Fame, I guess. So
that is correct.
Should be a big deal for that tomorrow. You can catch the action right here on 100.9 FM, WMVO 93.7 HD2. All right, tonight's game, Mount Vernon is at Ashland for round 1 of tournament play, brought to you by the Knox County Veteran Services Friday Night Lights, also by Foster's Pharmacy. Hinton Heavy Equipment and Repair by Danville Outdoors and Knox County Veteran Services. As we mentioned, we'll be back in a moment on WMVO Sports.
Hinton Heavy Equipment Repair is an independent, family-owned auto repair shop serving Centerburg, Mount Vernon, and the surrounding areas. We are a Napa truck center with ASE certified technicians on staff who undergo continuous training to maintain their certification and stay up to date on the best repair practices. We will work on pickup trucks, heavy-duty trucks, small engines, and equipment. For more info, go to hintonheavyequipmentrepair.com and call 740-398-5041.
Veterans serving veterans.
That's what we do here at Knox County Veteran Services. Hi, I'm Kevin Henthorne, your Executive Director.
And I'm Financial Coordinator Melissa Schenk.
And we're here to meet the needs of Knox County veterans and their families.
We can help with emergency financial assistance,
filing of disability and pension claims, VA healthcare enrollment, and even transportation to VA healthcare facilities.
Please give us a call at 740-393-6742 or stop in and see us at our new location at 105 East Chestnut Street in Mount Vernon.
Expert DIYer? Rookie renovator? Get all the stuff you'll need from people who know how to use it at Danville Feed and Supply Hardware and Lumberyard. You'll find everything from commercial and custom feed to paint and plumbing. If you're not quite sure what you need, these friendly folks are happy to help. Grab your list of projects and come on down to the bigger, better Danville Feed and Supply Hardware and Lumberyard, all in one building on South Market Street in Danville.
You're listening to Friday Night Lights on WMVO, your home for high school football all season long. WMVO.
And back here, home of the Ashland Arrows. The Arrows just come out onto the field through the giant blown-up helmet and through the tunnel put on by the band and other members. The officials out in the middle of the field, and Mount Vernon's got their faithful across the way. We can see them there all smiling and ready to go.
Yeah, it looks like a pretty good crowd. Looks like Mount Vernon traveled really well. Everything's set here. We're 2 minutes away from kickoff.
So the real question tonight is Mason Richards. We don't know for sure what's exactly going to happen with him. We've heard a lot of things that maybe he wouldn't be playing tonight. Maybe he'll be available tonight. If not, we expect that it'll be Liam Richards, the quarterback, a 5'10", 185-pound freshman who hasn't had a lot of shots this year, obviously playing time in that because Mason Richards has just been outstanding. But you know, you're a freshman coming in, you've got nothing to lose, and you see that guy ahead of you. I want to be that or do that, right?
Yeah, exactly. Let's hope that Mason Richards can play because you hate to go into the playoffs, especially against a quality team such as Ashland, and not have one of your best players you've been building for this all year. The chance to play for Week 11, so you want to make sure that you got all your guys. But if Liam does have to start, as I said, it's not going to be completely new for him because he's been under the lights. He's been starting in the secondary all year. And then we talk about the playmakers around him. Everything starting from the offensive line through the running backs, the receiver core. They're all going to have to step up their game and try him and get him in winnable, positive situations.
Should mention Mason Richards was announced our Super Q All-Star Player of the Year for Knox County, and Coach of the Year Mark Weber, who has just done a tremendous job with this program, and we'll see how they fare tonight in round one of the tournament as we get set to go here. Back to return it is going to be Ben Fitzpatrick and also Grayson Deem. And we've seen Deem, the number of times we've called the games, Deem's done a lot of returns and had some pretty good ones.
Yeah, Deem's a good solid return guy, sure-handed. He's also one of their leading receivers on offense.
Kicking it off for the Arrows will be Carson O'Brien, number 88, 6'4", 210. And we're just about set for action tonight on the Knox County Veteran Services Friday Night Lights here on WMVO. 100.9 FM, 93.7 HD2, WQIO HD2 Mount Vernon. Our top of the hour ID, Curtis Newland, Will Hartley with you here for tonight's game. Delaney Kerstetter, our producer, and on the main cam is John Wareham. Tonight on WMVO Facebook as well. YouTube is not on, it'll be uploaded later. And here's the kickoff. High, long, back to the 7-yard line. It'll be picked up by Fitzpatrick to the 15, 20, 25, and that's where the offense will start for Mount Vernon.
Good solid return. Well, we'll get to see who's going to be starting at quarterback.
Mason Richards is number 5. We'll see who they come out with here. Liam is number 2.
Looks like it's Mason Richards. That's great to see that.
That's a big deal.
So they're going to go with him. This is big. As I said, you coming into a game like this, you want to have all your guys.
1 wide to the left, 1 to the right, 1 in the slot. Richards, the quarterback, takes the snap. Run up the middle of the field, and it's Mason Richards gets the quick carry, and he'll pick up about 6 here. So not only did he start, he runs the ball the first play
right, yeah,
from the line of scrimmage.
Didn't shy away from any contact, and obviously he looks like he's pretty healthy there, so they run the football with him on first down.
So they'll bring it back to the line of scrimmage, 2nd down and about 3. A lot of options here in this situation. 1 receiver to the right, 2 receivers to the left for Mount Vernon. 2 in the backfield beside their quarterback. Here's the snap. Richards fakes left. Miscommunication. He's going to go down on a sack. And he went to the left. Nobody was there, Coach.
Yeah, it looked like it was a mix-up. Looked like there was definitely a mix-up between Richards and Hubbard, the running back. Either quarterback opened up the wrong way or the running back looked to take the ball from the wrong side.
So that's a loss on the play. They'll be fortunate to go back farther than it is. It'll be 3rd down and 7 for Mount Vernon.
Come out, they're getting empty here.
Spread offense. 2 receivers out to the right. 3 spread evenly to the left. Richards in the shotgun. 3 men down up front. Here's the snap. Looking for a throw quickly to the right side. Caught. Across the 35, pushing up to the 40-yard line. Ball's fumbled out. It's loose. Mount Vernon will jump on it. Back at the original line of scrimmage. Now it's picked up, and I think it's going to be down, called by the officials. That's still going to be a Mount Vernon ball.
Yeah, a lot going on there. Now, this is going to be interesting, too, because do they give them the first down with the forward progress, and then he fumbled it back, or is it all just one play? Refs are discussing that right now.
Where was it down? Was it down originally, and they just let play happen? Very interesting. Oh, they're going to say
Ashland ball.
Ashland ball. Now that is a tough hit against Mount Vernon right there.
That's an unfortunate start because they had the first down. They converted the first down, and just an unforced error there. Swiped that ball out of there. Loose. Seemed like Mount Vernon still had recovered it. Not the case. Sets the arrows up, 1st and 10 inside the 30.
Boy, this is a big defensive stand right here for Mount Vernon. They've got to make a tough stop here. They don't want to get on the wrong side of this with the arrows. In the shotgun, the quarterback drops back a couple of steps, quick throw, left side, timing out to the end zone, gone for goal. It's caught for the
touchdown.
Number 2 on the catch, Killian O'Brien. And boy, did he do that route just right.
Yeah, just a quick stride offense there. They just ran that fade, timing route. They get the big turnover, and they take a big shot play over the top, and it pays off for them, puts the Jackets in an early hole.
So pass from Nathan Bernhard to Killian O'Brien for the score. The extra point is up, and it is good from here. 7-0, just like that. Mount Vernon trails. They'll have the ball next on WMVO Sports.
Veterans serving veterans.
That's what we do here at Knox County Veteran Services. Hi, I'm Kevin Henthorne, your Executive Director.
And I'm Financial Coordinator Melissa Schenk.
And we're here to meet the needs of Knox County veterans and their families.
We can help with emergency financial assistance,
filing of disability and pension claims, VA healthcare enrollment, and even transportation to VA healthcare facilities.
Please give us a call at 740-393-6742 or stop in and see us at our new location at 105 East Chestnut Street in Mount Vernon.
Well, they wanted to make a statement right there. They had the chance in great field position against Mount Vernon, and it was Nathan Bernhard with a throw to Killian O'Brien right over the top at the back of the end zone for the score. And that takes Mount Vernon down 7-0. They'll receive the kickoff here again with 10:20 to go first quarter.
Yeah, in these playoff games, you just cannot have these unforced errors. And on the first possession, Jackets cough it up on what looked like they had the first down, and they cough it up. Arrows able to cash it in immediately.
Deem to the right side, Fitzpatrick to the left. They are the deep backs waiting for the return Here comes the kick, and it's going to be short. Return up the field, hits at the 23-yard line. Did the ball get loose again? The ball is loose, and Mount Vernon holding their breath. And Mount Vernon will retain the ball. Boy, and that jitter you got to get out right away. You guys got to hang on to the football.
No doubt. We got a Yellow Jacket down as well.
So the Yellow Jackets will have the ball at around the 22-yard line to start their second drive. First drive ended up with a pass, which then was fumbled, and then it was kind of toppled around again, and the Arrows came up with it and scored right away off their first throw into the end zone.
Is that Deems down?
Yeah, it does look like Deem. So Deem is going to be walking off with a hobble. That's not a good sign right there.
No, it's not. He's a big part of the offense, and as we said in the passing game.
Yeah, it's not just a little limp either. It's a little heftier than that. So hopefully they'll get it worked out on the sideline. 22-yard line is where Mount Vernon will have it. Ball at the right hash mark. Tonight's game brought to you by Hinton Heavy Equipment and Repair, by Danville Outdoors, Knox County Veteran Services, and Country Court Skilled Nursing. Two receivers out to the left. One wide to the right. In the shotgun, Mason Richards, handoff. Left side, and caught up in the backfield for the takedown, as that was handed off to number 7, Hubbard, Jake Hubbard, the freshman.
I think I was Buda Martin on the play there. We're going to be calling his name a lot from his defensive tackle, defensive end spot. Really good penetration there.
Yeah, he's first team OCC. Defensive lineman, maybe defensive end. And they call him Buda, not Drayton as it's listed. So we'll do the same. Here's the snap. Richards handoff. Right side of the line, still on his feet to the 30-yard line. Hubbard with the carry, about 3 or 4 yards shy of the first down.
Yeah, that'll leave him third and short. You talked about the Ashland defense. So Ashland runs a 3-3 stack, which those defensive tackles, like Buda Martin, he's a defensive tackle, but you can also call that position a defensive end as well. So it's half a dozen of one and 6 of the other.
One receiver to the left side, 2 receivers out to the right, one's in the slot. Make it 3. Mason Richards, the quarterback. Great to see. 3 men down up front, some pressure on the ends. Whistle call, timeout.
They're close on the play clock.
Yeah. And we'll step out as well. Score is 7-0. The Arrows lead the Yellow Jackets. Back in a moment on WMBO.
Expert DIYer? Rookie renovator? Get all the stuff you'll need from people who know how to use it at Danville Feed and Supply Hardware and Lumberyard. You'll find everything from commercial and custom feed to paint and plumbing. If you're not quite sure what you need, these friendly folks are happy to help. Grab your list of projects and come on down to the bigger, better Danville Feed and Supply Hardware and Lumberyard, all in one building on South Market Street in Danville.
You're listening to Friday Night Lights on WMVO, your home for high school football all season long. WMVO.
Home of the Arrows on WMVO Sports, 100.9 FM, 93.7 HD2, as we are getting set here for Mount Vernon to try to do something with the football short of a first down. 2 receivers left, 2 to the right side. The snap, Richard straight ahead. He's going to get across yardage to the 40, now to the 50. He's on the run. The loose to the 30, to the 20, 10, 5, touchdown! Mason Richards says, you know what? Let's get back into this game. And he runs a big one for Mount Vernon.
Beautiful run. Beautiful run. I think that was just quarterback draw on 3rd and 3. He was able to pop it, get up to that second level, and then you just saw that speed. He's able to run away from those secondary guys. Big score, exactly what the Jackets needed.
So they'll set up for the point after here. Mount Vernon trying to tie it up Height will make the attempt. Here's the snap placement. Looks good from here, and the call is such. And now it's a whole new ball game, 7-7. Boy, Mount Vernon needed that big time, Coach.
Yeah, they were looking a little jittery there. They had to fumble, and then on the ensuing kickoff, it looked like they might have coughed it up again. They didn't convert right there. As you said, brand new ball game.
7-7 here on WMVO Sports, brought to you by Knox County Veteran Services, Danville Outdoors, Hinton Heavy Equipment and Repair, Foster's Pharmacy, Danville Feed and Supply, Hardware and Lumber, and Mount Vernon Nazarene University. It's a great night for football, and we thank you for joining us. The chill is in the air, and we're spoiled here. We want to thank the home of the Arrows here. We've got climate control. I don't want to say it too loudly because the people outside wearing the coats might be upset a little bit.
Yeah, plus John upstairs on the
Yeah,
the
we
roof.
don't want to upset him either. So we drove separately from him, though, so I think we're good, right?
No, it's
Will's
beautiful.
not so sure.
Beautiful facility.
It is. Fantastic. All right, we're set for kickoff here. Mount Vernon now we'll kick it off after that big score. Mason Richards, we didn't even know if he was going to play for tonight, shows up and runs a big one. What was that, 70 yards?
73 yards. Big run.
Now we'll see if Mount Vernon kicks that really hard punch kick.
We really saw that speed kick in as he ran away from those secondary guys late in that run.
Everybody is set. Here's the approach. The kick, it's going to be short, takes a bounce up to about the 23-yard line. And I believe a Arrow touched it.
Yeah, worked out pretty good for the Jackets.
So 24-yard line is where they'll mark it for the Arrow defense. This is the deepest drive they've had so far. The first one, they ended up getting a fumble in really great field position down by the red zone and able to pump it in for the touchdown. Let's see how they do now with the distance to go.
Let's see. I just got to say this Nathan Barnard, I mean, he is just a specimen out there. That's what a Division I athlete looks like. He just looks like he is he looks every bit of his 6'6", 240 out there.
Yes, he does. You're absolutely right about that, and he has the numbers to prove it. Commanding the field. Here's a throw, screen out to the right side. It's caught up to the 25, now 30-yard line. Somebody needs to tackle him for Mount Vernon to the 50. Kind of ran loose out there, and no one putting it on any wheels. That was Jeff Hickey with the carry.
Yeah, just easy little pitch and catch. Really nice blocks on the perimeter, and the Jackets weren't able to get off of those blocks. Turns into a big gain for Ashland.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Arrows. Ball from their own 44-yard line down right in front of us. Ball at the right hash mark. Bernard by himself in the spread. 2 receivers to the right, 3 left. Here's the snap. Drops back looking for the throw. Throws left. Caught wide open up across the 40-yard line and into the opponent's 36-yard line. And that was caught, I want to say, by Gabe Baith. Gabe Baith, also a first-team OCC member.
Coach Weber talked about trying to generate some pressure, and right now the Ashland offensive line has got really good protection, and they're not getting any pressure into the quarterback's face.
Bernard again by himself, throws right, screen pass once again. Baith, right side, bounces around the interior, and then advances. He'll get taken down at about the 26-yard line, close to a first down. Will they move the sticks? Yep, they will.
Mount Vernon's secondary really going to have to work here to get off these blocks, these perimeter blocks.
Bernard looks to the sideline for the Arrows. Tied up 7-7 here. Mount Vernon trying to keep them out of the red zone right now to keep this score even. 3 receivers left. One's in motion from right to left. Drop back. Bernhard, the quarterback throw. Left side, timing around. End zone. It's in and out of the hands. Incomplete pass. Baith was again the intended receiver.
Better coverage there by the Jackets.
They really like to give it to Baith, too. He caught 10 last week for 148 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, they got a lot of different targets. Really athletic group. Do a lot with yards after catch on these short passes.
3 left, 2 right. Spread offense. 3 men down defensively. Here's the snap. Drop back. Bernard flushed out of the pocket to the left side. Looking, he's got to get rid of it. Throws it away. Really good pressure from Mount Vernon. Number 12, Landon Dawson. And also first to get there, 67. And that is Lane Mussert.
Yeah, a lot better job getting pressure. And you see when pressure forces the quarterback out of the pocket, he's got to move around, can't get his feet set, makes all the difference, even if you don't get the sack.
So it'll be 3rd and 10 for the Arrows. 2 receivers right, 3 left. Bernard drops back under some pressure, moves to the right side. Now he's got to tuck and run to the 25. Stiff arm and out at about the 20-yard line. And a nice hit there by 45.
Luke Mullins.
Yeah, Luke Mullins getting a hand on him, just pushing him over.
Yeah, Luke's had a really solid year. 113 tackles coming into tonight. There was a nice open field tackle against the big quarterback.
You got to assume this is 4-down territory.
I think
it's 4th and 4.
Here they go. They're looking at their wristbands.
Ball at the 20-yard line. Big stop here for Mount Vernon if they can get it. 3 left, 2 to the right. 1's in motion. Goes to the quarterback and stops. Settles on his hip. And now Bernard will look to the sideline. We have a timeout. They didn't like something they saw, or they did see something they want to try to take advantage of. And we'll be back in a moment on WMVO.
Veterans serving veterans.
That's what we do here at Knox County Veteran Services. Hi, I'm Kevin Henthorne, your Executive Director.
And I'm Financial Coordinator Melissa Schenk.
And we're here to meet the needs of Knox County veterans and their families.
We can help with emergency financial assistance,
filing of disability and pension claims, VA healthcare enrollment, and even transportation to VA healthcare facilities.
Please give us a call at 740-393-6742 or stop in and see us at our new location at 105 East Chestnut Street in Mount Vernon.
Back at the Arrows, Mount Vernon trying to hold their ground here on a 4th down and 4 near the 20-yard line. Bernard by himself, 3 receivers left, 2 wide right. Here's the snap. Bernard drops back a couple of steps, throws right side. It's caught at the 15-yard line. Enough for a first down. Boy, he was close. Is he short?
No, they're moving the sticks. Dakota Crudy there.
Looked like Mount Vernon gave him a little more room than they might have wanted to.
Yeah, there was a pretty good cushion there. I think they're really concerned about the Ashland's perimeter speed.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for Ashland. They're in a really good position here. Ball at the 14-yard line in Mount Vernon territory. Bernard will keep it. Left side, inside of the 5, stretches towards the end zone, and he's in. Touchdown, Nathan Bernard. The quarterback, 6'6", 240 pounds, lunges into the end zone for his first touchdown of the game on the ground. 13-7 right now as they set up the point after.
Really similar score to what Richards had for Mount Vernon. Just ran a quarterback draw there, a little delay. Was able to get in the second level, physically get it into the end zone.
Ashland, 7 seed, Mount Vernon, a 10 seed. Here comes the point after for the Arrows. It's up, it's perfect, and that'll take it 14-7 Mount Vernon. Now we'll try to answer the call once again here with 6:57 to go in the first quarter on WMVO Sports, and we're going to keep it right here. And throughout the game, we'll try to get some score updates for you. We've got a couple of them. Danville is at Steubenville. I said it wrong. I think I said Steubenville Christian. Steubenville Central Catholic,
Central
right?
Catholic, yeah.
And Fairview and Fredericktown. Those are ones we are watching tonight, as well as any other ones that we might pull in the time period.
Yep, we got Mount Gilead and Centerburg. They're on a bye. So we'll see throughout the night who comes out on top of the games that would be going to Centerburg and who would be Mount Gilead's opponent as well.
So they'll get lined up for another kickoff here. Could be a good game, or it could go south quick. Mount Vernon needs to respond. Defensively, they've not been able to really stop the Arrows. So I guess you got to put points on the board.
Well, I was just going to say that. I mean, when we had Yellow Jackets against a really good-looking Valley team, that was the one problem they had defensively is they couldn't get off the field on 4th down. So hopefully, you see there, early on, not able to get off the field on 4th down against Ashland. Hopefully they can make a few adjustments, catch up to the speed of the game, and make some of those plays.
Here's the kickoff and the return, and it's a touchback, and so that will set up the offense for Mount Vernon. This would be their official 3rd drive of the night.
Yeah.
Boy, really surprised, pleasantly surprised to see Mason Richards out there in the beginning of this game.
Definitely. That's a really good kickoff there.
Yeah.
Through the end zone. See what they can do on their 3rd possession.
Tomorrow, Ohio State in action again, 10:30 airtime here on 100.9 FM, 93.7 HD2 WMVO. One receiver wide left from Mount Vernon. Triplicates to the right side. They're all grouped in a batch. Quarterback snap. That's Richards. Handoff right up the middle and carried up to about the 24-yard line where he's tackled. And that is for Mount Vernon.
It's 33.
Yeah, Dakota Stafford.
Yeah, first time we've seen him in the backfield.
Yeah. Averages about 2.5 yards per carry. But I don't think he's had a lot of carries this season.
I want to say we saw him a little bit against Licking Heights in the Licking Heights game. But other than that, no, he has not had very much time offensively.
3 left, 1 right. Richards with the keeper. Gets hit in the backfield. Nowhere to go. They brought the tweezers in and was able to take him down early.
Yeah, they ran quarterback ice there, and they let too much penetration come from the backside away from the play. Really blew that play up.
So it's going to be 3rd down and 5 for the Jackets. Deep in their own end at the 25-yard line.
Hubbard comes back in.
So critical here early in the game to set the pace, to let your opponent know that, hey, you're not in control of this game. Certainly they don't want to go down by 2 scores and have the ball down on this end of the field.
Well, especially struggling to stop this Ashland offense. You want to try and hold on to the ball and convert these 3rd downs.
3 right, 1 left. Here's the snap. Richards rolling out to the right side, pressure from the back. Throws it down the field, gets caught. That is a catch at the 34-yard line.
First down.
And that's Krieger with the catch.
Nice catch. Good conversion.
And that's exactly what the doctor ordered for Mount Vernon.
Good job by Richards getting away from that pressure as he sprinted out.
1st and 10 for Mount Vernon, trying to build that confidence. They got an early score, but that was a breakaway by Richards. You want to build that confidence with your front line.
Yeah, get a sustained drive going.
2 receivers right, 3 wide left, spread offense. 1's in motion. That's the snap. Handoff, left side, turns upfield, hit at the 39, maybe 40-yard line. Gain of 5 there.
Wolf.
Yeah, Damon Wolf, his first carry of the game, just a junior, 5'9", 155 pounds.
Pretty good gain there on 1st down on the jet sweep.
When he gets the ball, he gets about 6.5 yards per carry. That one's a little bit shorter. So 2nd and 5 here for the Jackets. Gavin Gorsuch out to the right side with 1 other. Couple of receivers to the left, including Wolf. Here's the snap. Hand off, fake. It's going to be Mason Richards right up the gut, and he's going to get about 4 here. Not enough for a 1st down.
Good job by Ashland linebackers closing that down.
So it'll be 3rd and 2. Not terrible for the Jackets. They've got to get the conversion.
Yeah, they want to keep the chains moving here. Bring in a big personnel change. Really makeable situation, though.
Knox County Veteran Services Friday Night Lights on WMVO. Here they go. Full house backfield. Quarterback under center, Mason Richards. Snap, handoff. Right up the middle behind blockers, and it's Landon Dawson, and he's going to get the 1st down.
1st down.
It was a nice full house package there.
Yeah, good. They come in with their wishbone, their bully package, as I like to call it. Able to get the 3 tough yards there. That's good to see that they're able to run off tackle. Ashland bought it. They saw them come in with that formation, and Ashland adjusted and bought a lot of guys up on the line of scrimmage. Had a 5-man front there.
Coach, and what does that mean? You mean being a coach, when you know you can do that, you can just get up there, line it up, and get your yardage.
Well, it's just such a great comfort zone to be in when you can successfully run the football when you need to.
2 left, 2 right. Richards straight ahead. He runs into a lot of black jerseys there. No hole whatsoever, maybe a yard on the progression.
Yeah, not so comfortable there.
So it'll be 2nd and long for Mount Vernon. 2:59 to go here in the first quarter. 14-7, Ashland leads Mount Vernon. Ashland scored on a pass, and Ashland scored with their quarterback's legs. And Mason Richards for Mount Vernon scored with his legs. 73 yards, as a matter of fact. Two receivers to the white. Busenberg out there, one more. One left. Here's the snap. Fakes the handoff. Mason Richards runs behind Dawson, but the Arrows shut him down. The Arrows are really spying on him.
Yeah, I think you're correct. And they walked up to bring pressure with the linebacker, and he shot right through that gap that Richard tried to exploit. Another tackle for loss.
So 3rd and 12 now for the Jackets in their own territory, back at the 45-yard line. A critical conversion needed here to keep the possession. And the ball moving. 2 right, make it 3. 1 wide left. Here's the snap. Man-to-man defense rolling out. It's going to be Mason Richards in trouble. Backs up into the pocket. Now he's going to tuck up to the 45-yard line. Nowhere to go. Spins and moves. Gets crashed down across the 50 to the opponent's 49. Just not enough yardage.
Yeah, Landon Dawson was wide open behind the Ashland secondary. Richards just not able to keep his eyes downfield, get his feet set to deliver that ball. Brings up 4th down.
So 4th and 6 here. I would assume a punt, but I don't know what he'll do.
Looks like right now they're gonna go for it.
Now again, I mean, you're more than 5, so just getting a jump, or maybe you still try to get the jump and you got less yardage to go. 3 left, 2 left, 3 to the right. Shotgun formation, Mason Richards. Looks to the sideline, and that's the timeout.
I think you're right. I think they just went to try and get the cheap 5 yards. Ashland was having none of it. Timeout, Jackets.
Back in a moment on WMVO.
You're ready for cool weather, tree stands, and hunter's orange. Ready to get your first deer of the season. You'll know you're ready because you went to Danville Outdoors. Stock up on everything from deer feed to practice targets. When that 10-point buck finally steps into range, you'll be ready. Before you go outdoors, go see the folks at Danville Outdoors. Have you been to the new store yet? You're gonna love it. South Market Street in Danville. DanvilleOutdoor.com.
Back in Ashland, about an hour up the road. Maybe 30 minutes for Will. No?
Exactly
Pedal
30
to the
minutes.
metal.
No, it is good. I mean, I'm in Belleville,
yeah,
so
you
I'm
live a little closer. Yeah.
North of Mount Vernon, so it took me about 35 minutes to get up here.
All right, here's the snap and the punt. It's going to be at about the 15. It's going to take a Mount Vernon bounce somewhere around the 5-yard line, and that's wise, too, I think. You play for field position here with the Arrows.
I think that's a good decision.
Just was back a little bit too far. We'll be back after this on WMVO.
Country Court Skilled Nursing and Rehabilitation Center lets you experience the heart of caring with skilled nursing and therapy for after surgery. We also provide outpatient therapy for those able to return home. Give us a call at 740-397-4125. Visit us at 1076 Coshocton Avenue, countrycourt.com, and find us on social media. Country Court is a Levering Management Skilled Nursing Center.
And back with the Mount Vernon Yellow Jackets and the Arrows. The Arrows have it pinned back deep at their 5-yard line. Straight ahead on the run, up across the 10-yard line. Mount Vernon will shut it down, but still a gain of about 5. That was Bernard with the carry.
Yeah, ran what looked like a quarterback power there off the jet sweep.
Senior, 6'6", 240 pounds. You can kind of just say with him, you know what, just go, right? Just go forward.
Yeah. You know, sometimes you exaggerate your heights and weights just a little bit. I don't think there's any exaggeration.
I don't think so either. 3 to the right, 2 to the left side. Ball at the left hash mark. Here's the snap. Bernard again. He's going to run it. Stiff arm, still on his feet. Bounces out up to the 18, 19, 20. Still on his feet. Somebody's got to wrap him up. They won't. They'll push him out of bounds. And those are getaways that I'm sure Coach Weber wasn't happy about.
You said it. You just got to wrap him up. Big physical kid like that. Just got to wrap him up. Run your feet. Gang tackle. Lets him slip away there. Gets a big gain.
So ball up at the 28-yard line. It was at the 5. So that was a big gainer. 2 receivers, 3 now to the left side, 2 to the right. Spread formation. Here's the snap. Bernard settles in the pocket. Throw down the middle. It's caught. Turn and run. After the catch up to about the 50-yard line. Could that be a penalty late? Yep. Can't be doing that. And that was Landon Cook with the catch.
That was unnecessary. He was clearly on the black. Had given himself up. That's just unfortunate. You're.
And, Coach, what goes through the players' minds like that? You're in a close game like this, 14-7. That's a 15-yarder right there.
Just caught up in the moment. And just not thinking for that split second and cost your team. That's going to bring us to the end of the quarter.
So at the end of 1, it's 14-7. The Ashland Arrows lead Mount Vernon. Back with second quarter in a moment on WMBO.
Has never meant more. It's not just a place, it's where life happens. Protect yours from the inside out with a home insurance policy from Frankenmuth Insurance. Are you ready to get frank about your insurance needs? Start a conversation with the experts at UIS Insurance and Investments and see if a homeowner's policy from Frankenmuth Insurance is right for you. Get started at UISprotect.com. That's UISprotect.com. Trusted advisors for all your insurance needs.
Expert DIYer, rookie renovator, get all the stuff you'll need from people who know how to use it at Danville Feed and Supply Hardware and Lumberyard. You'll find everything from commercial and custom feed to paint and plumbing. If you're not quite sure what you need, these friendly folks are happy to help. Grab your list of projects and come on down to the bigger, better Danville Feed and Supply Hardware and Lumberyard, all in one building on South Market Street in Danville.
Mount Vernon and Ashland. As we go to the second quarter, Mount Vernon trails by a score of 14-7. And Ashland with the football. Here's the snap to Bernard. Bernard steps strong, looks for the throw, plenty of time, has a man wide open. It's caught at the 25, turned upfield to the 20, now 15. And that was caught by Landon Cook. And wide open again. I don't know if that was a zone there or just allowing them to play in front of them.
Yeah, it was a zone crossing route. They're just giving the quarterback too much time right now. They're just not able to get pressure on the quarterback. He can just sit back there, survey the field, and
like he was on the beach.
His target.
Very comfortable back there. 11:33 and rolling here in the second quarter. 3 receivers left, 2 to the right. Bernard, the snap. Looks left, throws left towards the end zone, and it's in and out of the hands of his intended receiver. Fitzpatrick did a nice job of bouncing it away as he tried to get it to Gabe Baith.
Good job by Fitzpatrick getting his hand up there right at the last second, knocking that ball away.
Yeah, really showing awareness of where the ball was.
Timed that perfectly. 2nd and 10.
11:23 to go first half. Knox County Veteran Services Friday Night Lights. Fredericktown and Fairhaven on WMBO's YouTube page. Here's the throw, left side, and it's going to be an incomplete pass. Similar setup, just overthrown.
They ran the fade, similar to the first touchdown that Ashland had. Better coverage there. Again, Fitzpatrick on the coverage.
So it'll be 3rd down and 10 inside the red zone. Ball at the 12-yard line. The whole team looks to the sideline for the offensive call. 3 receivers left, 2 to the right. Quarterback alone. Here's the snap. Bernard looks, throws left. Very comfortable, wide open. That time it is caught for a touchdown. And that was to Gabe Baith. And, Coach, I don't understand. He was wide open. He didn't have anybody defending him.
Yeah, Fitzpatrick just came across late there. I think they really have been trying to attack Fitzpatrick. He's an outside linebacker covering those shifty slots. He stepped up to the challenge the first 2 times there, but they came right back to him again. That time he was just a little late. Another touchdown for the Arrows.
20-7 the score. And here's the extra point attempt. And it is good by Carson O'Brien. And so 21-7 with 11:12 to go in the first half. Mount Vernon trails. They'll have the ball next on WMVO.
Hinton Heavy Equipment Repair is an independent, family-owned auto repair shop serving Centerburg, Mount Vernon, and the surrounding areas. We are a Napa truck center with ASE certified technicians on staff who undergo continuous training to maintain their certification and stay up to date on the best repair practices. We will work on pickup trucks, heavy-duty trucks, small engines, and equipment. For more info, go to hintonheavyequipmentrepair.com and call 740-398-5041.
And it is the Arrows on top now with another touchdown there. 21-7 over Mount Vernon with 11 minutes and 12 seconds to go in the first half. Obviously, Mount Vernon's going to have to make some adjustments, Coach.
They certainly are. I think it starts with they're going to have to do something to generate some pressure against the quarterback because he's just sitting back there. He's got all day to pass. He's got a nice core of receivers. They can all catch the ball. They all move really well. They're a real challenge, especially for the Mount Vernon outside linebackers trying to match up with those guys, especially when they got so much time to develop their plays.
O'Brien kicks it away. Fitzpatrick picks it up. Lost it for a second. Picks it back up to the 20-yard line, now to the 23-yard line. And Mount Vernon will try it yet again here. They could really use a touchdown on the end of this one.
That's exactly what they need. Started to have a little bit of success the last drive. Let's see if they can get string some first downs together here.
Tonight's game brought to you by Mount Vernon Nazarene University, Danville Feed and Supply, and Hardware and Lumber. By Foster's Pharmacy, Hinton Heavy Equipment and Repair, and Danville Outdoors. Knox County Veteran Services Friday Night Lights, a great sponsor of ours. So here comes Mount Vernon, needing to get a score here. 3 receivers sitting on a bus to the right side, 1 wide left. Now one of those triplicates is going to be in motion out to the left. Here's the snap. Mason Richards, stutter step in trouble, and he's going to go down. Too many black jerseys getting through the line. That'll be a loss of a couple.
Going to have to try and find ways to get the ball to some other guys. Ashland is definitely just keying in on Richards right now.
You know, it's something like that, just some quick passes, you know, you don't even take a step. Maybe quick 2-step drop and go.
Yeah, some quick passes out to the perimeter and let the guys just some pitch and catch and get some yards after a catch. Kind of similar to what Ashland
because you got to keep that defense back a little bit, right, on their toes a little bit. 2 receivers to the right, 1's in motion. Quarterback keeper Richards up the middle, has a little bit of room, dives across the 28. Not quite enough for a first down.
Better job there by the line.
Second down and a long 5 here for Mount Vernon, trailing 21-7. 10 minutes to go here in half number 1 in Ashland, Ohio.
Beautiful, cool night.
Yep.
Perfect for football.
It is. Wolf to the left, 2 receivers right. Split backs. Here's the snap. Hand off Dawson, and nowhere to go.
Going to bring up another 4th down. Probably going to have to kick it away again.
Yeah, just getting no push on the front line there.
Here comes the punt team, so they're going to give it back to this high-octane Ashland offense again.
So punting it away. Height for Mount Vernon. Here's the punt. It's high. It's going to take a bounce back towards Mount Vernon. They'll tag it at about the 42-yard line in Arrow territory. So this is a big one. This is a gut check right here. You're down a couple of scores. If you're Mount Vernon, you really can't afford to go down 3 this close to halftime.
It certainly is. It's a situation where the game could go sideways very quickly here if they're not able to get off the field.
On the other hand, if you're able to get a stop here, get a score, you got a whole new ball game. This is a very big set of downs.
Starts with getting some pressure. If they can generate some pressure and maybe force a turnover here, that would be huge.
Here's the snap. Drop back, the quarterback dances around a little bit, throws left side, wide open to the 15, 5, touchdown. Again, number 8, Gabe Baith. It's going to be a long night if Mount Vernon can't get pressure on the quarterback. And that was a long touchdown pass.
Yeah, Baith just split the coverage. Again, no pressure on the quarterback. He's able to survey the field. He saw that breakdown in coverage, hits the Jackets over the top. 54-yard touchdown.
So lining up the point after, it's up and it's going to be good. 28-7, it's getting serious here for Mount Vernon. They've got to get a score on the board. They've got to get confidence in their offense and do something maybe a little different. We'll see what happens when we come back on WMVO.
You're ready for cool weather, tree stands, and hunter's orange. Ready to get your first deer of the season. You'll know you're ready because you went to Danville Outdoors. Stock up on everything from deer feed to practice targets. When that 10-point buck finally steps into range, you'll be ready. Before you go outdoors, go see the folks at Danville Outdoors. Have you been to the new store yet? You're gonna love it. South Market Street in Danville. DanvilleOutdoor.com.
And welcome back here on WMVO Sports 100.9 FM, 93.7 HD2. I'm Curtis Newland along with Will Hartley, Delaney Kerstetter, our producer. On the camera is John Wareham, and Mount Vernon in a bit of trouble here. 28-7, they trail. Another chance for a return here. We'll see if they can do something with it.
They got to just do something to slow down this Ashland attack. And the only thing they can do right now is start having some success offensively.
Demon Fitzpatrick back to return it for the Yellow Jackets. O'Brien to kick it off for the Arrows. O'Brien, the kick, long, going to go back, and it's going to hit dead. Did it go out of bounds or into the end zone?
It did go out of bounds. Jackets got lucky there because it almost died right on the 1-yard line.
That was bizarre. So the Jackets will get the ball again here, 1st and 10. We'll see if they try to diversify the game plan a little bit. Maybe they're able to get that ball quickly to somebody on a slant, something like that. Obviously, up front, the Arrows are winning that battle.
Starting to impose their will up front, winning the battle. Yeah, as you say, let's see if they can maybe do some quick game here, get the ball to the perimeter quickly, try and get some yards after catch. They're coming out. They got three backs in the backfield, so it looks like they're going to continue to try and pound it here against
some power running. 1 wide left, 3 backs. Here's the snap, handoff, left side, and pushing through is going to be number 33, and that is Dakota Stafford, 5'7", 205 pounds. He picks up 2 yards.
So there they just tried to zone it. Kicked out with both of those up backs. Handed it to Stafford out of the pistol formation. Same formation here.
Dawson split out left receiver. 3 backs, dropping back. The quarterback looking for Dawson. Throws out to the left side, and it's intercepted. Bad news. The Arrows have it across the 45, almost 50-yard line. Bad news. The ball floated there, and it's going to be picked up by Jeff Hickey.
Just underthrew it just a little bit. They tried to max protect and just run a fade route with a one-man route. Richards just underthrew it just a little bit. Arrows get the big pick. They're going to set up shop right at the 49-yard line.
So with 8:06 remaining, 28-7 here in the first half, Mount Vernon's are in a bad way. Not able to find the spark they need. Thought they might have had it with Mason Richards' 73-yard run for a touchdown, but just not winning up front. Here's the throw. Screen pass to the right side. It's caught, advanced up to about the 42-yard line. And
Looks
about
like
4 yards shy of a first down.
Looks like we might have a hold on the Arrows.
And that would bring it back. Don't forget Ohio State in action tomorrow morning. 10:30 will be the pregame on WMVO Sports. Little afternoon will be the kickoff against Penn State, the Nittany Lions, who've had their struggles. And after the holding call, the ball is coming back behind the original line of scrimmage, so about the 47-yard line. Like you said, Mount Vernon really has to get pressure on that quarterback.
It's something they're just going to have to try and be creative because they just can't leave him back there to just pick and choose on his receivers.
He's by himself. Here's the spread. Now here comes some pressure. He gets tipped from behind. The ball is loose. Mount Vernon has a shot at it. They're going for it back and forth. Who has the ball? Waiting for the officials. They're going to say the Arrows have it.
That was almost that big play they needed.
Oh, man, that would have been huge. And they come from behind. I didn't see who was there, but knocked it out of his hand as he was coming back.
Much better job getting some pressure.
Yeah.
It was almost a big play.
Now, every play has to be like that, right? Somebody has to be hungry to go get that ball.
Got to be hungry, got to bring the energy every play. Can't take any plays off against a team of this caliber.
Boy, that was close for Mount Vernon to get that ball. 7:03 to go here in the first half. 28-7. Arrows lead it with the ball. Snap, throw, left side, screen pass. Baith again, and he's going to go forward about the 43 or 4 yard line. Well short of a first down.
So this is going to bring up a key third down here. 3rd and 2 sticks. These are the types of plays where the Jacket D's got to step up and get them off the field.
They've had trouble keeping up with the receivers, but if they get pressure on the quarterback, that gives them a chance. We've seen it already.
Let's see if they try and exploit this matchup against Fitzpatrick again up at the top.
Here's the snap. Bernhard by himself. Here comes some pressure. He's in the pocket still. Now he's got to flash out to the right side. Goes down from behind. The ball is loose. Mount Vernon has it. Mount Vernon has it. Forced a fumble out of Bernhard. They almost did it a couple plays before, and they got it done. That's the spark that we're talking about.
That was a great hustle play there by 67. Awesome job retracing his steps, coming back on the backside. Massard again. Big play. That's his. He's got 4 sacks on the year there. Nothing bigger than that play right there.
Yeah.
Jackets are able to get the fumble.
If the Jackets get that pressure, now they know they can do it. If they get that kind of pressure on that quarterback all night, that creates a whole new ball game.
2 of the last 3 plays have had really nice pressure, so let's see what they can do here with the ball.
Jackets, 1 left, 2 to the right side. Pistol formation. Here's the handoff right up the middle. Carried across the 30-yard line, and that's going to be a first down for the Jackets.
Hubbard.
Jake Hubbard, the
nice
freshman.
Run. A little bit of momentum here.
You can feel it in the air. Mount Vernon faithful across the way. They brought the band tonight. Desperately needing a touchdown to build that confidence. The defense stood up strong there. Kreger out to the left side. Wolf to the right with 1 other. Shotgun with 1 off his hip. Hands it off. Hubbard, left side, tackle. Gets through to the 20. Still on his feet. Crosses over to the 10-yard line before he goes down. What has happened? Mount Vernon moving the ball.
Another good job by Hubbard. Kept his feet moving. Really shifty as he got up into the second level. Nice vision. Sets up shop at the 10-yard line.
We'll see if this team has come alive here for Mount Vernon. Boy, they look good in the last couple of handoffs. Now deep in the red zone at the 10-yard line. Out to the left side is going to be Busenberg and Hollenbach. 1 receiver to the right is Kreger. Pistol formation. Hubbard. Handoff. Hubbard up the middle. Breaks to the right. Still on his feet. Pushing and driving inside the 8-yard line. The whole team comes up. We'll see where they give him on the progression. A couple of yards here, I think. Maybe
Tough
a yard.
Run. Tough 3-yard gain there. Tough sledding through that Ashland defense. Hubbard comes out now.
So 2nd and goal from the 8. Big one here for Mount Vernon. They really need to get this in.
Got to convert here.
Kreger out to the right side wide. 3 receivers left, including Wolf and Landon Dawson. Here's the snap. Mason Richards keeps it into the 5. Spin! Touchdown or no?
Oh, they're going to call him short.
Looked like he was down just at about the 1 yard line, and that's where I'll call him. Boy, that was close.
Certainly looked like he reached that ball across.
Yeah. This team they're starting to look like they're pulling together finally here in this drive.
Huge turnover. That's exactly what they needed. They're using that momentum. Here they are in their big full house look.
3rd and goal from the 1. Full house. Here's the snap. Straight ahead. Richards. Touchdown. Mount Vernon. They're on the board again. 28-13.
Just ran the quarterback wedge there, able to punch it in. Good score by the Jackets.
Great team movement that time for Mount Vernon. They got hungry. Awaiting the point after. Height will attempt. Snap a little high, brought down, blocked. And that will leave it at 13, 28-13. Mount Vernon back on the board, but trailing back after this on WMVO in the first half.
Country Court Skilled Nursing and Rehabilitation Center lets you experience the heart of caring with skilled nursing and therapy for after a surgery. We also provide outpatient therapy for those able to return home. Give us a call at 740-397-4125. Visit us at 1076 Coshocton Avenue, countrycourt.com, and find us on social media. Country Court is a Levering Management skilled nursing center.
And welcome back on WMVO Sports. The defense can spark things, and we just saw an example of that. Forcing a fumble, Mount Vernon gets the ball, and all of a sudden their offense looks like a different team.
Totally. Hubbard had some nice runs there, set the Jackets up in the red zone. Offensive line did a good job there as well, creating some holes and some alleys for both Hubbard and Richards to run in. Big play off of that turnover.
And now they're going to know they got to put pressure on that quarterback for the Arrows, Nathan Bernard. You cannot let him sit. They did that. That's how they got the ball and followed up with a score. And now they'll kick it off. Height will do the honors. Back to return it will be Baith. And also Hickey. So here's the approach, the kickoff. It's short. Squibb takes a high, weird bounce. Arrows will bring it down to the 25, now the 30-yard line, maybe 34. Decent field position for them. And now, how huge is this stop for Mount Vernon, trailing now 28-13?
Let's see if the Jacket D can keep the momentum here, have another successful series, and get off the field.
What's that hunger like? You've been on the sidelines many times. After a big defensive play, do you find that the next time the defense is really ready to go?
Well, football, high school football especially, is just momentum is such a big factor. Now these kids, they believe. So if they can get off the field here and get the ball back to their offense before the half, you could turn this into a one-score game.
Trio of receivers to the left. Here's the snap. Bernard keeps it right up the middle. Rim across the 40 to the 42, close to a first down. About a yard shy here. And no doubt that's how the Arrows are countering the pressure they were getting from Mount Vernon earlier is to run him.
You're exactly right. Yeah, if Mount Vernon's going to start dialing up a lot of pressure, then Ashland's just going to start running the ball with this quarterback.
2nd and a yard for the Arrows. Ball at the 43-yard line. Trio of receivers left. Here's the snap again. Bernard takes the carry across the 50, first down to the 45.
So one thing is such a balance, because once you start generating pressure with your linebackers, you got to get them out of their natural fits, and it can create seams for the running game.
And this scenario kind of creates the chess match, doesn't it, between the coaches?
Exactly.
If you're Coach Weber, what are you thinking right now in response to what you're seeing on the field?
Well, they're just going to have to continue to just kind of pick and choose these situations
Here's the snap. Bernard again. He's going to run at left side tackle, but he's going to go down. He was read well that time by the defense. Number 45, Luke Mullins.
A lot of times when you're just a little outmanned, that's the dilemma that you get into, is you got to do some gambling. And if it's a good offense, good coach like Coach Valentine, he's always going to have that counter to your gamble. If you're bringing pressure, he's going to start running the football more. If you're just sitting in your base defense, then they're going to sit back there and pass it.
2nd and 6, Bernard by himself. 3 receivers right, 2 left. 3 down defensively. Here's the snap. He's going to throw, sitting in the pocket, no pressure. Rolls out to the right side. Calls his player back on the catch, and it's incomplete pass. That was a big stop there by Mount Vernon, although the guy was wide open.
He was. Just slipped through his hands.
3rd down and 6.
Let's see what Ashland does here. This is an interesting part in the field here at the 41. Oh, it's still only 3rd. Okay, so it's only 3rd, so got ahead of myself there.
Yeah, 3rd down. Probably 4th down territory, I assume, for these guys. 2 receivers right, 2 to the left on the short side. Ball at the left hash mark. The snap. Bernard keeps it straight ahead, leans forward. He's close. I don't think he's got it.
I don't think so. According to the referee on our side, he's short.
About a football or so length. I mean, so big, you got to think he's just going to go straight ahead here, right?
Well, they brought in an extra lineman here.
Minute 42 to go, first half. 28-13. If Mount Vernon can keep the arrows off the board here, that would be big before the break.
I think they're just going to try and bully this for the yard with the quarterback.
Under center, Bernard trying to get somebody to jump. Almost happened. He's going to go straight forward. Easy first down. He's just such a long body with some weight behind it.
Yeah, just leaning forward. He's almost got the yard.
So ball up to the 32-yard line with a minute 25 to go in the first half. 28-13. And here's where you're talking again. Mount Vernon needing a big defensive play. Maybe cause a fumble or something would be huge. And try to get back in within a score before going to the break. Here's the snap. Bernard by himself. No pressure. He's going to throw downfield. Has a man one-on-one. It's caught and stretched for the end zone.
Touchdown.
Touchdown. Arrows. It was contested over there, the catch, but a great effort by the Arrows. And I didn't see who it was.
Was it Donatini? Was it number 6? Or it might have been
5 or 21 came across
was
there.
It 21, yeah.
21 would have been Crudy.
Might have been Crudy.
Here's the snap. Extra point is good. So 35-13. The Jackets trail with a minute 7 to go in the first half. We'll see what they do next on WMVO Sports.
Expert DIYer? Rookie renovator? Get all the stuff you'll need from people who know how to use it at Danville Feed and Supply Hardware and Lumberyard. You'll find everything from commercial and custom feed to paint and plumbing. If you're not quite sure what you need, these friendly folks are happy to help. Grab your list of projects and come on down to the bigger, better Danville Feed and Supply Hardware and Lumberyard, all in one building on South Market Street in Danville.
Hinton Heavy Equipment Repair is an independent, family-owned auto repair shop serving Centerburg, Mount Vernon, and the surrounding areas. We are a Napa truck center with ASE certified technicians on staff who undergo continuous training to maintain their certification and stay up to date on the best repair practices. We will work on pickup trucks, heavy-duty trucks, small engines, and equipment. For more info, go to hintonheavyequipmentrepair.com and call 740-398-5041.
O'Brien will kick it off for the Arrows after they score another touchdown, 35-13, leading Mount Vernon. Mount Vernon not giving up. Here's the kick, long and high, back to near the end zone. It's dropped. The ball is loose at the 10. Now it's picked back up by Fitzpatrick, and he'll safely make it across the 21-yard line. That would have been an absolute disaster.
Yeah, pretty exciting there. Able to corral it. Minute left in the half. Let's see what the Jackets can do.
See if they try to get it down the field. They were able, their last touchdown, they were able to move the ball down the field well. They did a lot of running there. We'll see how they decide to do it here because they'd really like to squeeze in a touchdown if they can. So they'll be on the spread offense. It's all going to rely on protection. 3 receivers to the left, 2 to the right side. 3 men down defensively. Linebacker spying. Here's the snap, throw, and it's almost intercepted, incomplete.
Threw it behind Dawson.
Yeah, it was Donatini that just about stepped into it.
Second down.
So 2nd down and 10 for Mount Vernon. Ball was floated a little bit probably in that situation. Kind of want some zip in there.
Yeah, it looked like it was behind him.
3 left, 2 to the right side. Mason Richards by himself in the shotgun. Here's the snap, drops back a couple. He's got some pressure in the pocket. He's got to run out, and he's sacked. Brought down at the 18-yard line.
Ashland calls a timeout here.
Yeah, that was Nathan Bernard who got that sack. Quarterback on quarterback here. And a timeout called. We're going to keep it here on WMBO with just 43 seconds remaining in the half. Thoughts so far here in this last couple of minutes?
Well, Mount Vernon's in a sticky situation right here because they got 3rd down again, 43 seconds left. Ashland calls that timeout because they want to force the Jackets into a punting situation where they would get good field position and try that, get that quick strike offense back on the field. It's just unfortunate after Mount Vernon had got the momentum. They had the big turnover, went down and scored, did some really nice things there.
And the difference was Bernard started running the ball.
Yeah.
Then it kind of shut down.
And Ashland was just able to regain the momentum of the football game here as we get close to the end of the half.
So Mount Vernon with 46 seconds remaining. It's 3rd down and 10. We'll see how they decide to play this. 2 receivers to the right, make it 3, 1 left. Shotgun with a back beside him. Dropping out, rolling to the right side as Richards looking down the field. Going to throw. It's caught up to about the 28, so about 5 yards on the reception, and
Still
the clock
short.
is running. Nope,
Okay.
not now.
Arrows take their last timeout. They're going to force the punt.
So Mount Vernon with a 4th down here. I mean, what are some of the options that you could try to do here if you're Coach Weber to keep it out of the hands of the Arrows? Is there anything?
Well, you're pretty limited here. I think the biggest thing is they just want to make sure that they're sound in their protection because Ashland might try and bring 10 guys after this and get a cheap block, get a big special teams play before the end of the half. So you just want to make sure you got sound protection here, get the ball off, good in coverage, and just really try and pin Ashland so at least they're on their side of the 50.
Do you try to get them to jump on a punt? So you're in punt formation. They're eager to come after you. That would give you 5 yards. Do you try that once and then just
that could be an option. That could be an option here because that would get them the 1st down.
We'll find out.
Looks like Ashland's setting up the return.
4th down and 4. Here's the snap. Clean. Punt is off. Ball in the air. It's fair caught at the 43-yard line, and the clock is off to 30 seconds.
That turned out about as good as it could for Mount Vernon.
So now it's just defense, obviously, which has not been working out real well. They had one series where they really got pressure on Bernard, caused the turnover, ended up with a touchdown at the end of that one. What they can't have happen is letting the Arrows get a last-second touchdown here before going to the break. 3 receivers right, 2 left. Bernard by himself. The snap, throws left side, relief valve pass, and it's close to a 1st down. And maybe out of bounds to stop the clock.
Stops the clock.
He just stands up there like it's no big deal. Like he's so tall, it's like the Statue of Liberty. Okay, I'll throw over there. He feels no pressure.
Very poised, big, got a tremendous presence in the pocket. He can see over the defense. Able to just pick his target.
So back to the line of scrimmage. Here come the Arrows. 2 receivers out to the left, 3 receivers right. Ball is at the left hash mark. Here's the snap. Bernard Screen, left side, picked up and caught. Up across the 40-yard line, still on his feet all the way to the opposing 30. And that is going to be number 2, Killian, with 16 seconds to go.
Oh, there's a flag. Jackets might get bailed out here by
looks like
penalty.
a hold. Block.
Oh, no.
Illegal block or what?
Initial indication. Initial indications against the Jackets.
Yeah, against
they're marching
Jackets.
off against Yellow
That's
Jackets.
rough. Jackets don't need that. Boy, that really sets up the Arrows. Ouch. WQIO HD2 Mount Vernon, thanks for joining us here. WMVO Facebook and also on the radio, 100.9 FM and 93.7 HD2. That's a tough penalty against Mount Vernon. The ball is now at the 16-yard line. The Arrows have 16 seconds, plenty of time in this situation. 3 receivers to the right, 2 left. Bernard by himself, the quarterback. Drops back a couple of steps. No pressure. Throw timing around to the end zone. Wide open, but it's dropped.
Just a little bit off there. Jackets dodge a bullet.
Yep.
Got a couple guys open.
That was to Baith again. The only reason he missed that was because it was dropped. He was open. Well, it stops the clock anyway. It's 11 seconds to go in the first half. 35-13 the score. Mount Vernon trails with their back to the wall. 3 receivers right, 2 left. Here's the snap. Bernard looks for the throw towards the end zone again. It's a little bit high. One-handed catch. Touchdown. Wow. One-hander brought it down. That's number 2, Killian O'Brien.
Beautiful catch.
Yeah, you can't take that away from him.
So split that zone again. Ball's a little high. He goes up, snags it with one hand. Back-breaking touchdown right before the half.
Wow. We'll see if they go for 2 here. That would take them into a running clock, right? It's 41-13. They're going to go for the point after. Here's the setup. The kick is up, and it is good. So 42-13, Mount Vernon got a tough way ahead as we're still not out of the half here with 7 seconds remaining. And what we thought would be close game, potentially close game coming into this, especially with Mason Richards at quarterback, is kind of getting carried away at the moment by the hands of Nathan Bernard for this quarterback for the Arrows. Tonight's game brought to you by Mount Vernon Nazarene University, Danville Feed and Supply, Hardware and Lumber, by Foster's Pharmacy, Hinton Heavy Equipment and Repair, Danville Outdoors, Knox County Veteran Services, Friday Night Lights on WMVO. I'm Curtis Newland along with Will Hartley beside me, Delaney Kerstetter, our producer, and John Wareham on the camera. And a beautiful facility here at Ashland. And our apologies to John Wareham, who is on top and he's in the cold. Do you feel bad, Delaney? Yeah, she says sort of. All right, kickoff set to go. Mount Vernon, 7 seconds. Obviously, they'll try to run something back here. And if not, that's going to be the end of the half, I would say. Here's the kickoff. Long and high. It's going to be to Fitzpatrick. It's dropped again. Fitzpatrick to the 14, 15-yard line. Lunges ahead to about the 20 to the 23-yard line.
That's
going to end the half. So at halftime, 42-13, Mount Vernon trails. The Arrows of Ashland will be back with your halftime show in a moment on WMVO.
Home has never meant more. It's not just a place, it's where life happens. Protect yours from the inside out with a home insurance policy from Frankenmuth Insurance. Are you ready to get frank about your insurance needs? Start a conversation with the experts at UIS Insurance and Investments and see if a homeowner's policy from Frankenmuth Insurance is right for you. Get started at UISprotect.com. That's UISprotect.com. Trusted advisors for all your insurance needs.
Expert DIYer? Rookie renovator? Get all the stuff you'll need from people who know how to use it at Danville Feed and Supply, Hardware, and Lumberyard. You'll find everything from commercial and custom feed to paint and plumbing. If you're not quite sure what you need, these friendly folks are happy to help. Grab your list of projects and come on down to the bigger, better Danville Feed and Supply Hardware and Lumberyard, all in one building on South Market Street in Danville.
Hinton Heavy Equipment Repair is an independent, family-owned auto repair shop serving Centerburg, Mount Vernon, and the surrounding areas. We are a Napa truck center with ASE.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the field the 2025 edition of the Yellow Jackets Marching Band. Directed by Julia Holler, Sarah Jan Pure, and percussion instructor Leron Carlton. Senior drum major Zoe Meyer and Maddie Springer will lead the band in this week's show, Music That Our Seniors Love. Tonight we'll bring you Holiday from Green Day, Britney Spears' Toxic, and Ready For It from Taylor Swift. This first tune is a longtime favorite from our senior class. Here's Holiday. For their second tune, the band will celebrate this Grammy-winning hit from Britney Spears. Here is Toxic. For their last tune, the seniors are going to move to the front and have a little bit of fun. The band will celebrate one of Taylor Swift's biggest hits of her Reputation era. Are you ready for it? Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the field the pride of the Arrows, the 2025 Ashland High School Marching Band and Sweeties Dance Team. Leading the band tonight is Field Commander Addie Bonfiglio with Assistant Field Commanders Maddie Camp and Carson Rapp. As autumn continues and temperatures start to drop, tonight's show is a selection of our marching season's greatest hits. The Arrows have put together a highlight reel that brings our best to the field. Watch and enjoy as we kick off tonight's show with the Scorpions hit from 1984, Rock You Like a Hurricane. To round out tonight's greatest hit show, we present Bastille's Hot Song from 2013. With an incredible solo by senior trumpeter Elliot Schinberger, we present for you Pompeii. Gentlemen, the Ashland High School Marching Band at Sweet 16. The Ashland High School Marching Band is under the direction of Marty Krall, with assistant directors Cameron Diedrich and Tanya Krall. Percussion instructor is Adam Kime, and maintenance supervisor is John McQuaid. Sweet 16 advisors are Melissa Merkel and Zoe Jenkins. This is Michael Nichols, the voice of the Ashland Arrow Marching Band.
Friday Night Lights on WMVO, your home for high school football all season long. WMVO.
And welcome back, everyone, to Arrow Stadium here. Curtis Newland along with Will Hartley as the Mount Vernon Yellow Jackets trail Ashland 42-13, just a point away from a running clock. And what we thought might turn out to be a little bit closer, Mount Vernon kind of got a burst there, got a quick score, and we thought, hey, things might be changing. But Ashland went down the field and got in a touchdown. As a matter of fact, let's talk about the individual scoring for tonight.
Well, in the first quarter, Ashland went right at it. If you remember, Mount Vernon fumbled. Ashland gets the ball at the 27-yard line. One-play drive. Bernard over the top on the fade route to O'Brien. That was at the 10-20 mark. PATs have all been good tonight by the Ashland kicker. Mount Vernon did answer a big 73-yard run by Richards with 8 at the 8:38 mark in the first quarter. PAT was good on that one. We're tied up 7-7. Ashland comes right back. This time it was Bernard on a 14-yard run. That was at the 6:57 mark. PAT was good. At the end of the first quarter, it's 14-7 Arrows. Second quarter, Ashland has 2 quick scores, a 12-yard pass, and 2 passing touchdowns by Bernard, one of 12 yards, one of 54 yards. PATs were good. Mount Vernon did answer. Richards had a 1-yard plunge for Mount Vernon at the 3:50 mark in the first half. PAT was no good. The score was 28-13. But then it was all Ashland again. Bernard had another passing touchdown of 25 yards. That was with 1:07 left. And then Ashland was able to force the Jackets into a punting situation, got the ball back with less than a minute left, went down the field and scored again on a Bernard to O'Brien. Great catch by O'Brien, one-handed catch in the end zone. That was with 7 seconds left in the half. PAT was good. Our halftime score, Arrows 42, Jackets 13.
All right, so there you have it. That's how it worked out tonight. I want to thank the Arrows, and the press box is gorgeous in here. We've got heated situation in here, which is kind of nice. It's a lot nice. We had Donna D's Pizza, which was really good. I don't know if you had any of that. And we had some big donuts, fluff-filled donuts.
Yeah, we've really lucked out. We've really lucked out. We've had beautiful weather all season. We get to week 11. It's the first really kind of chilly night, and we're in this beautiful press box, heated press box. Got a room all to ourselves. As you say, Curtis, they're feeding us here.
Yeah.
Everything is good other than the score for the Jackets.
I do want to say this, though, because all people will appreciate this. Coach here, Coach Hartley, put on his gear, went outside because he says, I just want to feel it. Right?
Yeah, I just wanted to see. I mean, it's a big crowd here. These are really big stands up at Ashland. Mount Vernon brought a lot of fans tonight. They should be proud of themselves. Ashland has filled their home side. It's a really great atmosphere out. Perfect night for football. The wind that a lot of people said was going to be a challenge has really died down, and it's just turned into another beautiful, clear night.
And it is, pardon me, it is a beautiful night from the standpoint. Now the fans are a little bit cold, but for the players, this is like just about right. By the time you get up and worked up and running around and everything, this is feeling really good, right?
Yeah, this is when you really start to hear those pads pop, and this is what every coach and player dreams about, is playing on great, beautiful late October nights like tonight.
Tonight's game brought to you by Knox County Veteran Services, our title sponsor. Knox County Veteran Services Friday Night Lights. Also by Danville Outdoors, Hinton Heavy Equipment and Repair, Foster's Pharmacy, Danville Feed and Supply, and Hardware and Lumber, and Mount Vernon Nazarene University. As we get set for the second half, what are the keys for this half? First of all, for Mount Vernon.
Well, it's going to be big. We're 1 point away from it being running clock. Ashland gets the ball here. They recaptured the momentum there throughout the second part of the half there. And if Mount Vernon's if they're not going to be able to stop them here, and we go to running clock, it's going to be a real uphill battle for the Jackets. But I think they got to go back to what they had a little bit of success with, and that's mixing up their pressure packages.
Yeah.
But again, it's a balance, because they got to make sure that they stay sound if Ashland chooses to run the football. Got to be better tackling as well.
You said it, and you got to win with defense, right? You got to play defense first, because if they get any more scoring, you just even if you score, it's back and forth. And right now, like you said, you don't want the running clock situation, so you really want to get this first stop in the second half as they trail at 42-13. We'll be back. Second half action begins after this on WMVO. Mount Vernon trails, again, 42-13.
Veterans serving veterans.
That's what we do here at Knox County Veteran Services. Hi, I'm Kevin Henthorne, your Executive Director.
And I'm Financial Coordinator Melissa Schenk.
And we're here to meet the needs of Knox County veterans and their families.
We can help with emergency financial assistance,
filing of disability and pension claims, VA healthcare enrollment, and even transportation to VA healthcare facilities.
Please give us a call at 740-393-6742 or stop in and see us at our new location at 105 East Chestnut Street in Mount Vernon.
And here we go. Second half action on WMVO Sports. Curtis Newland, Will Hartley with you as the official talks it over with Height, who's getting set to kick it off for Mount Vernon. Waiting on everybody to get set here. Again, thanks to Ashland, beautiful facility, and the wonderful help with us.
We got some halftime scores, playoff scores. Danville all over Steubenville Central Catholic, 40-0. Fairview and Fettertown in a tight one. Fairview's up 30-19. And down in the valley at Clear Fork, Orville 21, Clear Fork Colts 7.
All right, thank you for the update. Here comes the kickoff. It's going to be short and loose at the 40-yard line, and it'll be dropped on by Ashland. They'll have good field position here to start their drive. And, of course, the guy of the hour, he was the all-offensive player of the year for the OCC, and that is Nathan Bernhard. And you can certainly tell why tonight, standing at 6'6", 240 pounds. Last week he had 3 touchdowns through the air, and he had 2 rushing touchdowns for a total of 5 just last week.
Yeah, he's already got 4 passing touchdowns tonight.
Here's the snap. Bernhard left side on the screen pass against Baith, and he'll go across the 47-yard line. Nice defensive rundown that time by Mount Vernon, short of a first down. So second down for the Arrows. Second down and about 5 here for Ashland, who lost to Lexington. How good is Lexington, huh? Here's the snap, handoff. Almost got it caught up in the backfield. Still going to lose a couple of yards here on the carry. Mount Vernon doing a nice job of punching through that offensive line.
Yeah, Lexington, also a team loaded with a lot of talent. I believe they've got 3 Division I athletes, guys that have got D1 scholarship offers on that squad.
They're getting spoiled there, aren't they?
Really, really talented group.
So first, it'll be 3rd and about 7 here for the Arrows. 3 to the right, 2 to the left. We mentioned how important this stop would be for Mount Vernon. No doubt they've been talking about it in the locker room. Bernhard drops back, pass left side on the screen, picked up to the 50-yard line and down at the 47, close to the first down. He could be short.
I think he slipped short of the first down.
Yeah, his knee would have been down. And that'll be 4th down. Now, you could certainly see Ashland saying, you know what, we're just going to go for it here and keep Mount Vernon out of this game.
Looks like that's what they're going to do. Maybe it'll be a hard count here.
Yep, 3 right, 2 left. They really have nothing to lose. He's just going to go straight ahead, bounces off. There's the first down. No surprise. Unfortunate for Mount Vernon, too, because they did such a nice job in containing that time. But a new set of downs for the Ashland Arrows as they lead at 42-13 here on WMVO Sports. Week 11 of high school football. Don't forget Sports Roundtable tonight. After you get done listening to this game, turn it over, 93.7 WQIO, and also streaming on the WQIO YouTube and Facebook page. Tyler and Brian talking about it and taking those coaches' calls. Bernhard pass under pressure. It's caught at the 20-yard line. And that will definitely count as a reception. And it is caught by Crudy.
Yeah, Crudy did a nice job there just sitting down right in front of the coverage. Seemed like that was an option route where if he could get above the secondary coverage, he was going to take it vertical. If the secondary coverage dropped back, he was just going to sit right down in front of him. That's exactly what he did.
Coach, when you take a look at all the things that are going on here, does it come down really to the front line, just in the trenches? Ashland's got the hand on it.
Ashland definitely in protection. I mean, really.
Snap, Bernhard straight ahead, and he's going to get up to the 10. Continue.
All around Ashland, just a really good quality football team. You can really see that. Offensive line doing a really nice job in protection, also in their run fits as well. They got a lot of guys on the perimeter that can catch the football. They all move really well. run good routes. They're running nice concepts. Obviously, they got a veteran coach, Coach Valentine, and they just got a real playmaker quarterback.
Second and about 3 here for Ashland. 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left side, split. Here's the snap. Bernhard throws right down the middle. Touchdown! And that is caught by number 6 for Ashland. That is Braden Donatini. And that will put it over the 30-point margin mark, and we'll go to a running clock here.
Another nice, accurate pass there. Found Donatini right in the end zone.
Ashland just able to move the ball down the field.
That's Bernard's 6th passing touchdown. I think I misspoke and said he only had 4 in the first half. He had 5 in the first half. And there he's got another one, so he's got 6 on the night.
Yep. Point after is good. And we're going to keep it right here on WMVO Sports, brought to you by Mount Vernon Nazarene University, Danville Feed and Supply, Hardware and Lumber, Country Court Skilled Nursing, and Foster's Pharmacy. And you know Coach Valentine. How many years about has he been here? Do you recall?
Well, this is his second stint at Ashland. I'm not sure. Should have looked that information up. But he really had things rolling. And then there in really, I think, right before COVID, he actually stepped down, said he was going to retire. He's retired from teaching here at Ashland. But he got the bug back. He got the itch to coach again. He coached for 2 years down at Madison, coached the Rams for a couple years. And then they entice him to come back home, and he comes back to Ashland, and he's got it rolling again.
Well, they're definitely rolling tonight, as now we're going to be in a running clock situation, 49-13. Mount Vernon trailing.
Yeah, this is a team last year. This was a 10-0 team last year, went to the 3rd round in the playoffs. So looking for big things again here in the offseason.
Fitzpatrick back to return it. Also Deem. They will switch spots. Fitzpatrick having trouble getting the handle on the ball. He's going to go back to Deem. He's going to pick it up at the end zone to the 5, to the 10. Crosses over to 15. Now shake and bake at the 20. Still on his feet. 25. Oh, he's still up. 27-yard line before the black jerseys bring him down. And that'll be decent starting position for the Mount Vernon Yellow Jackets. And the first thing I got to do is just, move the chains.
Yeah, they got the running clock working against them now. Just want to try and get any kind of success here.
What a great season Mount Vernon has. A turning point, I think. And look forward to seeing more good years to come with Coach Weber.
Definitely got things heading in the right direction.
3 receivers to the left, 1 receiver to the right. And the Ashland team is no joke. Here's the snap. Handoff. Going to be up the middle, across the 40-yard line. And that is going to be number 7, Hubbard.
Good job by the offensive line. Nice alley there on the right side for Hubbard to run through.
Hubbard did have some nice runs in this game. You know, when they got that fumble recovery, they took it away from Ashland. They gave him the ball the majority of the time, marching it down the field. Quick score.
Yeah, we're able to take advantage of the momentum that they got there. Hubbard was a big part of it on the offensive side.
2 wide left, 1 in the slot, 1 wide right. Here's the snap off the pistol, hands it off. Hubbard again gets caught up behind the line of scrimmage. Nowhere to go. Too many guys getting back behind the front line.
Not much there.
So it'll be 2nd down and 9.
Buda Martin and Tanner Wolf on the play there, number 41 for the Arrows.
See the winner of this one.
Played DeSales, so it'll be a rematch, second-round rematch from last year where Ashland was able to defeat the Stallions last year in the 2nd round.
Mount Vernon with the ball, 1 left, 1 make it 2 to the right side, 1 on the wing. Snap, keeper, Mason Richards straight up the field, has room. He's all the way up to the 50 to the 48-yard line. And that's going to move the chains. Got a flag or what? Is there a flag?
Not sure.
Timeout?
Officials are calling.
Oh, we got an injury timeout.
Injury timeout.
Got a player for the Arrows down.
Hubberker.
And we'll take a break. Back in a moment on WMVO.
You're ready for cool weather, tree stands, and hunter's orange. Ready to get your first deer of the season. You'll know you're ready because you went to Danville Outdoors. Stock up on everything from deer feed to practice targets. When that 10-point buck finally steps into range, you'll be ready. Before you go outdoors, go see the folks at Danville Outdoors. Have you been to the new store yet? You're gonna love it. South Market Street in Danville. DanvilleOutdoor.com.
Great news, Central Ohio. Foster's Pharmacy offers daily dose packaging, which are convenient and simple. It's truly personalized care you're looking for. It just starts with a call to get started. Take the hassle out of your medications. Call 740-392-0911. Foster's Health Mart Pharmacy.
Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
And welcome back here at the home of the Arrows. Mount Vernon with the ball at the 50-yard line. Here's the snap. Throw to the left side. It's caught at the 50. Moved ahead to about the 45. Still on his feet to the 43-yard line. And a lot of physical play in there. Where's the whistle going to blow? About the 42. Mount Vernon picking up some decent yards there. A lot of fight for it, too.
Yeah, Damon Wolf on the catch. Did a nice job evading that initial contact. Got positive yards there.
If you're just joining us, we are in a running clock situation. The margin is bigger than 30. The Arrows of Ashland leading it 44-13 over Mount Vernon. Round 1 of the Region 7 tournament. Number 10 seed is Mount Vernon. 7 seed is Ashland. 2 receivers to the right, 2 left. Here's the snap, handoff. Left side Hubbard gets through the first round, and he gets up to about the 33-yard line. That's a first down for Mount Vernon.
Hubbard having some nice, tough runs here.
Yeah, I think if you added up his yardage, he's pretty good shape. I think over 100 yards probably by now, isn't he?
One of the better games we've seen him have. Talk about some of these young guys stepping up for Yellow Jackets, so the future's bright. Hubbard just a freshman.
2nd and 10 into Ashland territory. Ball at the 34-yard line, receiver left, 2 receivers to the right. Pistol formation. Here's the snap. Mason Richards handoff Hubbard, and he gets hit right at the line of scrimmage and tossed around. 3 or 4 black jerseys there, nowhere to go. So that'll be a loss on the play. We've got another injury timeout.
Another Ashland takedown.
Yeah, 3:11 to go here in the third quarter. Ohio State in action tomorrow. Airtime will be at 10:30 here on WMVO Sports with the pregame show. Kickoff is a little after noon. We'll step out and back in a moment on WMVO.
Expert DIYer? Rookie renovator? Get all the stuff you'll need from people who know how to use it at Danville Feed and Supply, Hardware, and Lumberyard. You'll find everything from commercial and custom feed to paint and plumbing. If you're not quite sure what you need, these friendly folks are happy to help. Grab your list of projects and come on down to the bigger, better Danville Feed and Supply, Hardware, and Lumberyard, all in one building on South Market Street in Danville.
And the player comes off the field with a round of applause. Running clock, 44-13. Mount Vernon trails with the football here as they'll all regroup and get things started again. The ball at the 34-yard line. Curtis Newland along with Will Hartley. Delaney Kerstetter, she is our producer. And upstairs, the main cam, John Wareham, who might have a couple of icicles growing from himself. I don't know. It's not quite that cold, is it? Delaney's shaking her head no, and it's 71 in here. Here's the snap. Looking for the pass down the right side. Man wide open, and it's caught. Wolf, 5, touchdown! Actually, it's Busenberg.
Outstanding job on the double move. They run double hitches. Fools the Arrows secondary. They stop their feet, able to get in behind. Nice touchdown.
Yeah, sophomore Zach Busenberg with that catch. And that will put him on the board.
Gets it back under the running clock situation.
Right now, 49-19. Height will attempt the extra point. Here's the snap. It's up, and it looks good. Is it? Is it? Uh-oh, stopped it.
Flag on the play.
Flag on the play. The clock is still running, by the way. Well, I guess it's still 30 points.
They have to get the
They got to get the
PAT.
point, yeah. And now they got a flag that stopped play. That's rough.
Plays right into Ashland's hands.
Was it again? It was against Ashland. They're going to decline. They're going to decline it. Is that what's going to happen here? It's still 49-19. Mount Vernon is running back to their huddle. We have a timeout or what? Clock's still running. The officials kept winding. The penalty is declined. The clock is. This is weird. The clock is running.
Personal foul on the Arrows.
The penalty's on Ashland, so it's going to be half the distance to the goal line.
It was a personal foul, but if the point wouldn't it?
Well, they're going to go.
Wouldn't that
for
be
two.
after?
They're going to go for 2. Problem is they're just chugging through time here, getting this set up.
Yeah, full house backfield. Here's the snap, and Landon Dawson is in for 2.
They got it. So that's going to stop the clock with 1:06 left in the third.
So there you go. 49-21. Mount Vernon trying to make something happen here. We'll be back in a moment on WMVO.
Veterans serving veterans.
That's what we do here at Knox County Veteran Services. Hi, I'm Kevin Henthorne, your Executive Director.
And I'm Financial Coordinator Melissa Schenk.
And we're here to meet the needs of Knox County veterans and their families.
We can help with emergency financial assistance,
filing of disability and pension claims, VA healthcare enrollment, and even transportation to VA healthcare facilities.
Please give us a call at 740-393-6742 or stop in and see us at our new location at 105 East Chestnut Street in Mount Vernon.
Zach Busenberg gets the touchdown for Mount Vernon. Then they end up going for the 2-point conversion with Dawson there. And now Mount Vernon stopped the running clock. So that was goal number 1, right?
Yeah, that was an interesting little scenario there because the penalty they were still under 30 points, so the clock keeps ticking. Definitely took over, a minute 30
Oh, yeah, easy.
before they got the 2-point play to stop the clock.
Watch for the onside kick. Height approaches. It's going to be deep, high, not real deep, back to the 15. Now to the 20, 25-yard line. Shake and bake up to the 30. Uh-oh, trouble to the 40-yard line. Man to beat to the 50, and it is a horse race all the way to the 20. 10 disaster for Mount Vernon. Score by number 8, Gabe Baith. Runs it back from the 15-yard line all the way to pay dirt and back to the running clock, folks.
As you said, just a disaster. Coverage was late getting down there. Great return, just had the kicker to beat. Is able to get around the kicker. Takes it to the house.
So the difference is 34. The clock goes back into motion. And Mount Vernon just not able to buy a break here tonight. So this will be O'Brien with the attempt for the PAT. It's up. Boy, he's got a good leg. It's good. 56-21. And 8 seconds remaining in quarter number 3 on WMVO.
Home has never meant more. It's not just a place. It's where life happens. Protect yours from the inside out with a home insurance policy from Frank & Muth Insurance. Are you ready to get frank about your insurance needs? Start a conversation with the experts at UIS Insurance and Investments and see if a homeowner's policy from Frank & Muth Insurance is right for you. Get started at UISprotect.com. That's UISprotect.com. UIS Insurance and Investments. Trusted advisors for all your insurance needs.
And after the kickoff return for a touchdown by Baith, and a point after, it's 56-21. Running clock again. Mount Vernon will attempt to return it. What are you saying to your players at this time? You know, it's the end of the season here, Coach, and you're over on the sidelines. What are you trying to do over
Well,
there?
you said it right there. I mean, it's the end of the season. for your seniors. You just want them to take something positive from their last time on the field as high school football players and being a part of the team. For these young guys, still an opportunity to compete. Get some reps. Maybe you start rotating. We'll see what Ashland does here. They might start rotating in some younger guys, and that'll give the Jackets an opportunity to get some of their younger guys.
I remember my senior basketball season, and I was thinking about the last minutes as they were winding down is just live for the moment. Play, give everything you got for the moment. Nothing else matters.
It's always tricky, too, as a coach when you're on the losing end of this and you know it's the last game. And, you know, how long do you keep your seniors in there? Assuming that Ashland starts clearing the bench here, do you pull your seniors out and then knowing that that's it, they're never going to get to play on a Friday night again with their buddies, with their teammates, or do you kind of keep them in?
Is that one of the toughest calls?
Yeah, you know, because you're obviously going against the down the line guys on the opposing team, but
you also want to give your guys a chance.
You want to give your guys
to do
a send-off.
Yep. We'll be back after this.
Country Court Skilled Nursing and Rehabilitation Center lets you experience the heart of caring with skilled nursing and therapy for after surgery. We also provide outpatient therapy for those able to return home. Give us a call at 740-397-4125. Visit us at 1076 Coshocton Avenue, countrycourt.com, and find us on social media. Country Court is a Levering Management Skilled Nursing Center.
Back at Ashland, Mount Vernon will get the ball once again here. Final fourth quarter, final 12 minutes for many of these seniors, unless some miracle can happen, and it's going to be in their arms right now as they trail by a bunch. Here's the kick. It's long, and it's going to hit out of bounds, so the flag will come up, and they'll get the ball out in a reasonable starting position.
Ashland still, as they rotate their defense in, they got a lot of starters still in there.
Clock running this quarter will go very quickly.
Be nice if Mount Vernon just get a nice drive here and go down and score and take some time off and, you know, finish this thing on a positive note.
Make some memories.
He's had a good year, good building block for the future.
Mason Richards, a senior. Landon Slosher, a senior. I'm going to miss somebody. Damian Edwards, Cole Smith, Ben Fitzpatrick, a senior. Dakota Stafford, he's a junior. Luke Mullins, a senior. What a year he's had. Nick Brokaw, Lane Mussard, Nolan White, Andrew Bradish, Cohen Armstrong. Congratulations to those guys on a nice season and started the building blocks into the future. And apologize if I missed anybody there. First play is going to be a pickup of a couple of yards here from Mount Vernon. 10:32 remaining in the season. Again, a running clock here. Score is 55-21. Ashland with the lead. 56-21, pardon me.
Very good-looking team, this Ashland squad.
Yeah, they are. Should be a pretty good game next week, too, huh?
You would think.
Here's the snap and the handoff. Right side of the line. Jumps over one defender. That's going to be Hubbard getting an 8-yard run. And again, he's had a pretty nice game.
Probably leading rusher for the Jackets tonight.
Look, he's a freshman too, so that's one big positive coming out of this.
Yeah, he's been playing a lot of meaningful ball this year.
And Hubbard, 5'9", 168 pounds. His size and dynamics going to change too, no doubt, between now and next year. Full house backfield. Here's the snap and the run ahead with the fullback. That'll be a first down. And they ran Luke Mullins.
Yep, Luke Mullins.
So
good
first
down.
Tonight's game brought to you by Knox County Veteran Services, Mount Vernon Nazarene University, Danville Feed and Supply and Hardware and Lumber. Also by Foster's Pharmacy, Hinton Heavy Equipment and Repair, Danville Outdoors. I want to thank all of our sponsors for making this possible. Don't know what Fredericktown's score is. Maybe we can get an update on that. We knew Danville was up 40-0 at the half, so that's a likely one we would follow next week, and we've got Centerburg next week. Here's the snap and the handoff straight ahead. Mount Vernon, nice running there, about 5 yards on the carry. Luke Dawson. Look, Luke Dawson is just, what, a sophomore? Yeah, he's just a sophomore. 6'3", 205. Think how he's going to change next year.
Yeah, and he's been a big part both offensively and defensively. Catches the ball well. You guys had him on the Tyler had him on the show there on Monday. Well-spoken young man.
37-27, Fredericktown trailing Fairhaven. And what quarter was that? We'll find out. Third quarter? Somewhere in the third quarter. Second down, here's the snap and the run straight ahead for Mount Vernon. Nowhere to go, hit hard at the line of scrimmage.
With Stafford. Stafford's young too, isn't he?
Let's see.
33.
Dakota Stafford, yeah, he's a junior, 5'7", 205.
He'll be back.
They've got some kids out here.
Ashland got another injury.
Quarterback probably the big question mark there. We know that Liam Richard is back up right now. He's a freshman, 5'10", 185 pounds. Mason Richards has been such a huge part, obviously, of this offense.
Mr. Everything this year.
Yeah.
Great year.
So timeout on the fields. Clock stops for timeout, 7:53. Back in a moment, WMVO.
Your family, the car that you bought when you were 18, the house you turned into a home. UIS Insurance and Investments protects what you love and provides security when you need it most. As an independent insurance agency, UIS Insurance and Investments is able to design a custom policy that's unique to you and assures that all things you love are safe and sound. For more information, go to uisprotect.com. UIS Insurance and Investments, trusted advisors for all your insurance needs.
You're listening to Friday Night Lights on WMVO, your home for high school football all season long. WMVO.
A big hit at the end of that play. The run enough for a first down for Mount Vernon Yellow Jackets.
Yeah, Richards, nice run there, gets the first down.
54-0 is the Danville score, by the way. I think it's safe to say they're going on to next week.
Moving on.
Yeah, a long ride over there to Steubenville.
You know, it just goes to show how tough the KMAC is. It's a 5-5 club this year, and going in and picking up right where they left off last year in the playoffs as far as winning handily in these early rounds, in the first round.
Their season might have just begun. Two receivers to the right, one left. Here's the snap. The keeper, quarterback up the middle and up to about the 44-yard line with Mason Richards. Half the distance to the first down. Ohio State tomorrow, 10:30 airtime with pregame. A little afternoon will be the kickoff. Of course, undefeated in the Big Ten. Take on the Nittany Lions, who have had their struggles and coaching staff changes and all of that, but even more not to overlook them.
Yeah, it's just really unfortunate right now, the landscape of big-time college football and all these coaches just getting fired.
Two right, two left for Mount Vernon. Richards by himself. One's in motion. It's on the ground. He's got to jump on it. And that's too bad for Mount Vernon. That'll be a loss of about 10. Just got away from him a little bit low.
Just going back to these big-time college coaches being dismissed, you just don't know if it's a good thing for college football to be in those kind of situations. But here we are. I think it's another one of the unforeseen consequences of NIL.
Yeah. Well, and that evolution is going to be pretty messy over the next few years until they find some sort of leveling off, I guess.
Yeah, leveling off, some kind of balance.
Third down and 15. Here's the snap. Mason Richards. Here's a full house coming after him. The ball tipped away when he tried to throw it.
Tried to set up the screen there. Batted down by the rush.
Arrows did a nice job getting their arms up.
Fourth down. We're just under 5 minutes.
5 minutes to go in this one. Mount Vernon, a nice season. They'll build on what they left off with this last year. And meanwhile, the Arrows still have more to come, as they'll play the Sales next week. And as we said, Danville getting things done there, 54-0. And Fairview and Freddie's still a little too close to call that one yet. Here's the snap, rolling out right as Mason Richards dunking down the way. And he's just going to run it out of bounds.
Incomplete.
Oh, did he throw it over there?
He got it off.
doesn't mean much. The clock still runs because it is a running clock with a margin of over 30 points, 56-21.
So Ashland going to bring their young guys in here and finish this game out. Good start to the playoffs for the Arrows.
Thanks to Knox County Veteran Services, our title sponsor this year and the last couple of years, and over basketball season they've been fantastic, as well as all of our sponsors. Please make sure and mention it to them if you stop in their place of business or have dealings with them, so that they know how much you appreciate it, because it's so important that we cover these games. So we got a score update, 37-33, Fairhaven up. Wow, 37-33. Fredericktown fighting their way back.
Battle up there in Cleveland.
That game is not over. Arrows with the football. This game on the other point, the ball is lost. The quarterback picks it up, trying to run through traffic. That's a big loss on the play of about 10 yards. And, of course, this game is all but over. 3 minutes and 3 seconds to go. But Mount Vernon has nothing to hang their head about. They have had a fantastic season. You look at the records over the years for Mount Vernon, it's been tough.
Yeah.
It's been real tough.
Good year.
This is a good year.
And some of those early losses just were really tight games. I mean, you go to game 1 against Marion Harding. And
how about Delaware Hayes?
The game we had against
Did we
Delaware,
not think that they had that game in hand?
Had it.
They had it. And
late fumble late in the game really cost them.
Hayes come back a couple unanswered.
Coach Weber kind of talked about that, how teams that aren't used to winning, takes a while to start having some confidence and faith in yourself.
Snap and handoff. That was snapped to Schlechte, Blaine Schlechte. And he's like, I don't want it. All these white jerseys are coming after me. Handed it off to the guy next to him who wasn't expecting it, and he got drilled. So third down, and it's third and about 23 for the Arrows, with the final 2 minutes running off the clock here at this beautiful facility in Ashland. Easy to find. And did I hear they also use this for Ashland University football?
No, they don't. Ashland University bought a really beautiful, built a real beautiful facility.
There's a snap, fumble on the ground. It might be Mount Vernon with the ball.
Probably about 12 years old now.
Okay.
If you ever get an opportunity to go and watch an Ashland University game at that stadium, it's a really cool environment.
Okay, very interesting.
For years and years and years, you're correct. They used to share this facility, and then Ashland invested in a on-campus stadium, and it's a great game day atmosphere for a solid Division II college program.
Well, I remember not too long ago the Ashland girls soccer team was trying to break that attendance record. I don't know, a world attendance record or whatever, a conference attendance record. I forget how many thousands. They didn't get there.
Yeah.
But it was a lot of fun to talk about it.
The women's programs at Ashland are really good programs.
They have really had some great programs.
Women's basketball.
Minute 32, timeout on the field.
We got that the young girl that's she's a pole vaulter in the Olympics, the Ashland grad. I don't think she's too young anymore. I think she's been in 2 Olympics.
So timeout on the field. The score is 56-21. 1:32 to go here in this football game. Running clock, except for the timeout, stop everything. It seems like we've had a really long timeout here. And unfortunate for Mount Vernon. Early in the game, got a couple of scores back, and then they got a touchdown. Had a big run there by Mason Richards, 73 yards. Got him back on the board, and you thought, okay. Just could never find, and then they were able to answer against the quarterback, Bernard, for a minute on his passing game, able to get him pressure. And then once he started running the ball, all bets were off.
Yeah, it recaptured the momentum for Ashland, and they were able to take that. And then that big score there right before that, those 2 big scores with really about under a minute 10 in the first half those were really big to salt this game away.
Here's the snap. Richards gets hit hard as he throws it towards the end zone. Incomplete pass. Mason Richards, boy, he took a tough hit there at the 35-yard line. Clock continues to run at 59 seconds.
It's good to see that he was able to come in and play tonight.
Yes, it was.
Hated to see the Mount Vernon's MVP not be able to play in his last game of his senior year. Definitely got banged up there.
Yeah, hats off to seniors around the area that didn't get to finish their season. I know Brody Davis was one of them. I know my baseball year I wasn't able to finish due to an injury, and in your senior year it just kills you.
Injuries stink. Your senior year, you just feel for those kids.
And here's the snap. Mason Richards rolling out to the right side. He's going to tuck and run up to about the 23-yard line. You think about all those practices. I don't know if Mason's going anywhere to play. Maybe you're aware.
I am not.
But if not, you know, there's nothing like your high school days if you're not playing it beyond that. This is it. You do all those practices year in, year out, all those dreams. And a lot of times for a lot of players, it comes down to these final moments.
And here they are.
16 seconds remaining on the clock.
Yeah, nothing compares to Friday night football. There's you know, just being around kids. You know, even if you do have the opportunity to go off and play in college, it's very much more businesslike. You're not around individuals that you've been around
since you were a kid.
Since you were a kid, and come up through those peewee levels and through junior high, and part of that greater community. You know, that's something that's pretty unique and pretty special to high school sports and high school football in particular.
So back to the line of scrimmage really for the last time tonight. Mount Vernon has the ball. Richards in the shotgun. 6 seconds on the clock. Here's his last snap of his senior career. Here it is. Snap, drops back, throws towards the end zone. Has a man a little bit too far, and that's the end of the season for the Mount Vernon Jackets. 56-21, the final score. And a couple of final thoughts from you, Coach.
Well, for Coach Weber, I mean, it's a building block. He'll be disappointed tonight, but he's got the program headed in the right direction. They're lick their wounds, take about a month off, and reevaluate things and get back into that weight room. And I know he's got such a solid foundation in the weight room, very innovative in the things that he does as far as speed development and strength development. And of course, Mount Vernon is just so fortunate to have that beautiful facility in the weight room in First Energy Fieldhouse, that indoor track that they can train in throughout the winter and get some speed work in. So, you know, here work on recruiting those hallways, and as we talked about, a lot of the young talent coming back next year. Try and fill those holes left by individuals such as Richards and move forward from this experience.
All right, that is going to wrap it up from here. 56-21, Mount Vernon falls tonight. Tonight's game brought to you by Mount Vernon Nazarene University, Danville Feed and Supply, Hardware and Lumber, Foster's Pharmacy, Hinton Heavy Equipment and Repair, Danville Outdoors, and our title sponsor, Knox County Veteran Services Friday Night Lights. For our crew, for Delaney Kerstetter, our producer, John Wareham on the main cam up top, getting cold. For Will Hartley, thank you so much. I'm Curtis Newland. Have a great night, everyone, on WMVO.